Welcome to episode 71 of the Pack Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bruiser Carter, along with my family. Beside me, we got first arrival, Mr. JB himself, rocking that Pack brand hat at
You know the vibes,
packbrand.net.
man. Go pick you up, son. Go pick you up some gear. I always got it on me.
Got it on me. Yeah, I got it on me. Next, we have Mr. Deion Guice having sources say a, quote, flu game, unquote.
We good. We're going to get through.
And last but not least, we got my brother rocking the Pack brand hat as well, Mr. Cut Carter.
Cutthroat. Wear my hat almost every day. 47 brand make the best brand hats. So if you catch me in a hat and it ain't Pack, it's 47 brand hat 9 times out of 10.
Facts.
New Pack Life.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. Blessed and highly favored. About to destroy Deion since he talking about he got a little migraine.
Never once lost the debate with JB because he do all the work for me. He just talks.
Right.
So I'll continue to rack up today in W's.
Should we go look at the YouTube comments from the pod a few weeks ago?
We like what you've been seeing in the comment section.
Shout out to the viewers. 112 subscribers on YouTube. Appreciate that. Cut. How are you, man?
I'm good. Chilling.
That's it?
Got stuff in the works. Just trying to be positive.
Positive affirmations. Manifestation. I got you, brother.
Speak it into existence.
Speak it into existence.
That's different.
I'm good.
We should have
What'd you say?
Tarot card reading for our people who love that.
Oh, wait. We reading zodiac signs? Like astrology?
Tarot card reading.
That's how you get the views on YouTube, boy.
Oh, nah, for real. Bro, Journey is into like astrology and all that, bro. We come up, bro. Your rising moon.
I'm not saying it's tarot card.
Oh, what's the difference?
This man. Exactly.
Tarot card reading is different.
What's the difference?
It's voodoo. That's the difference.
Now we might do that. I might actually do that. That might be a good idea. All right. Loaded week of sports, football and basketball. Of course, we got to start with the NBA. It's a lot. So let's just get into it. Let's start with the NBA standings. So we have the Eastern Conference is set. Number 1 seed is the Bucks. Number 2 seed is the Raptors. Number 3 seed is the Celtics. Number 4 seed is the Heat. Number 5 is the Pacers. 6 is the 76ers. 7 is the Brooklyn Nets. And the 8th seed is the Magic. So first-round matchups will include Bucks versus Magic, Raptors versus Nets, Celtics versus 76ers, and Heat versus Pacers. Before we even touch the Western Conference, give you guys' thoughts on the Eastern Conference, and we'll get into some predictions as well.
Well, man, I saw this coming, prior before the season. There were guys on this pod who picked a certain particular team to make the playoffs, and I tried to tell them. But hard head make a soft ass.
So the same team that you're trying to call out had a player out for 25 games, but you literally out your mouth said if the Suns had that said player out for 25 games, without that they would have made the playoffs.
Look here, buddy. They were 16. There were 16 and 25 with that guy in the lineup.
Okay.
So, actually, no, they were 15 and 26. Y'all had only won 5 games prior to his return. He played 41 games. It was a dub. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter, bro. Y'all only had 2 good. Y'all only had 2 good players.
Had he played?
No, I'm gonna say that y'all
They're
had 2 players that were producing this year.
Atlanta Hawks, by the
Had
way.
he played? Had John Collins played? John Collins played them 20-some games. The Hawks would have won more games. I'm not saying he would have won all 20 games, but they would have won more games, and they probably would have been invited to the bubble.
Respect it. But I do remember y'all saying my Heat would have been top 5 in the East, and I predicted that, right?
What?
I said that my Miami Heat would be top 5 in the East, and y'all said, bro, you stupid. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Twins.
Oh, wait. We hold on. We have twins. I see John and Jalen rocking the same pack long tee.
My boy. Boy got them threads on him.
I just saw that
It's
in
in
the
his blood.
on too. That'd been funny.
But
It's
hey,
in his blood, man.
what's up, John? How you feeling, man?
What's up, man? Welcome to the PAC Life episode 101. That's what this is.
71.
Oh,
70.
You ain't touching
One.
on it.
100 yet? That's crazy.
Hey, Jalen, I like what you're doing, though. You holding Cut and DeMar responsible on their bad takes.
I'm
Said
just
the All-Star
trying.
Week.
It's crazy that I got more wins than L's, but everybody talking about the L's. It's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jalen usually says, a lot of off, wild stuff. So the W's that he collects, he likes to highlight them, and I just can't relate.
Okay. Said Giannis would win MVP last year. What happened?
Cares about picking it. If we went with the other candidate, you
Oh, let me tell y'all about the guy below me, Mr. Guice here. Didn't you say the Rockets would beat the Golden State Warriors last year in the playoffs? What you said that? Then you lost bread to me about that, right? I appreciate you, but I love betting with you. I love betting with you.
Ain't that last year when they shot 29
Yes,
threes?
buddy, it
You
is.
can't. I mean, that's just bad coaching.
I'm just a guru when it comes to basketball, bro. I'm telling you. Football, I'm about to hit a miss sometimes, you know what I'm saying, depending on my state of mind. But basketball, nothing else to say. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Take it away, Cut Carter.
Eastern Conference standings. Just a quick overview before we give our predictions on the Eastern Conference.
I gave an overview last week, right?
Night of the West, but you gonna do it again?
Overview like what? In what sense?
Like how the seeds stacking up, your favorite matchup. Like, don't predict it because we about to predict it after.
Bucks being number one don't surprise me. It's kind of expected. 2 being
The North.
the Raptors is surprising. I didn't even have them making the All. I think at the beginning of the season, which I can respect that. 3 was the Celtics. That's my favorite team. 4, my favorite team in the East right now, but that's left. 4 is the Heat. That's good. 5 Pacers. The Heat Pacers matchup will be interesting because they play again tomorrow. So I'm just excited. They're gonna play they played 2 times in the last 5 days, and they're gonna mess around and play a 7-game series within like a 2-week span, a 3-week span. So that's gonna be a lot of basketball at the same teams, and it's hard to beat the same team over and over and over again, even if you are better than them, because it's like you are professionals. 6, the Sixers. It's disappointing to see them fall that low, but then it's not disappointing because I don't really expect much from them anymore. 7, the Nets. They just had to send a 17, and the 8th is the Magic. The 8th is the Magic. They also had to send an 18. So.
Facts. Damon, John, anything else? Think Cut pretty body that well before we get into our Eastern Conference playoff predictions.
Ready.
Bet. All right, we start with the first matchup. Bucks, number 1 Bucks versus the number 8 Magic. Is that a sweep?
Sweet, but I hope we get to see Markelle Fultz ball out.
That's a sweep. John, sweep?
Didn't the Magic go last year? And won
Yeah, they beat the Raptors. They beat them in 1 game. The first game, actually. DJ Augustine, a game 1 and 3.
I definitely think the Magic got 1 in them. I do. Like the Bucks, they have Giannis, but on a real, I know those matchups. No, on paper they don't match up well, but the Bucks, they have the tendency to blow games, and they give up points. So you can score on them. And people, for some reason, think DJ Augustine isn't still a bucket, but he is, and he's a former top 10 pick. So I think if he goes to playoffs again, they're not going to win that series, obviously, and they probably won't win 2 games. But
I know that, but I say DJ Augustine.
I mean, you're not going to disrespect him. Like I said,
I don't even know if DJ starting no more though. I don't
You could have said anyone but him.
The reason why I said DJ Augustine because he's the underdog. I know y'all know that.
He a veteran though. He has been like.
You're right.
As far as making.
He is a vet, but I would have said Fultz.
Fultz isn't the reason why not gonna be the reason why they win a game. It'll be Augustine. I mean,
No, they best player is I can't pronounce his last name correctly. Yeah,
Vucevic.
Vucevic. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there, but he's nice, bro.
Don't
Telling
worry. They play at 9 o'clock. You'll get to see them beat up on the Pelicans.
So you have the Bucks in the sweep, JB.
you have the Buck. Nah, I have the Bucks in 5 because I feel like they tend to have a tendency to play down to certain teams, and they'll give away a game. I would like to see them make a step and actually focus for 4 games and actually beat them how we know they can beat them. But it's just going to be a lapse in focus just because they already know, like, we're going to win the series. So it is what it is.
I mean,
But
people said the same thing last year, and then they said it was a waste of time for them to play the Pistons in the first round because every game they beat them by 20. So that's exactly what I think what type of series is going to be. And they'll cruise to round 2, so we'll see.
I agree.
Keep in mind now, the champions last year were challenged by the Magic in certain games. Keep that in mind.
Speaking of defending champs, they see the Brooklyn Nets. They see the Brooklyn Nets in the playoffs. I have that series going 5. I think the Toronto will handle that series pretty well. I think game 1 or 2 may slip away, but I think all in all, better players and better coaching will win that game.
I agree. I think Spicy P averages about 27 for that series. I think Kyle Lowry, people see how he's able to perform with Fred VanVleet in that backcourt. So I think that's going to put people on notice for a round 2 matchup with either the Heat or Boston, right?
No, it's Boston or the 76ers.
Yeah, so I think that'll be a good matchup for the Raptors heading in.
Cut doing the mob dance, so I assume that's a sweep.
The Nets not beating them. I don't think they're gonna beat them at all. Like it's not because like I said, I don't think either team deserves to really be there, but they can't mess with them when because like you can lose to anybody on the Raptors right now. The way they playing is like that Chris Boucher or however you say his name. One night he went off. One night VanVleet could go off. One night Lowry could go off. One night Siakam go off.
Stanley Johnson just went off.
And Nobi could go off. Stanley Johnson could be like, they're not the best team on paper, but individually, they got a lot of hoopers and a lot of people that can play. So that's why, like, when somebody's hot, they're gonna ride the hot hand. That's how they play. So that's why I feel like last year they went so far because Kawhi wasn't the hot hand every game.
He just took off when he needed to.
Right. So, and as long as they got somebody that could be hot, they can win games.
VanVleet, Hooper.
That's why I think Raptors for sure could beat them in 4, and I think the Bucks could get the Magic in 4, like just because of the fact that I don't really see nobody really being able to stop Giannis from playing how he played. So I feel like even he gonna be the reason like average a triple-double type, like just drive all game and kick to beat the Magic. Because I'm saying you can't put Vucevic on him. You can't put really Aaron Gordon on him for real. So I don't know. Jonathan Isaac gone. He was one of their best defenders.
Do y'all agree, John and Jace, the Raptors in a sweep, or do you think the Nets can steal a couple games from Toronto?
I guess I get Toronto the edge over the Nets.
I know it pains you to say that, but
I mean it's the Nets, so I mean why not? But whoever they go against in round 2 probably get more competition than the Nets.
Jace, you need to replace that G on your sweater with H because you're a damn hater.
That was a bad joke.
John, I assume your quietness on reading the room, like you said, that the Raptors will win this series convincingly 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I agree with Derek. The way the Raptors are playing right now in the bubble, they're one of the hottest teams, if not top 3 teams that's hot. They surprisingly have a better winning record than they did last year with Kawhi Leonard. True. So they're that's really unbelievable. So they picked up their rhythm, like Derek said. Any of those players can get hot, and they've been resting a lot too. So they're ready, and they're going against a Nets team. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't even play my players for real.
Just wait till next year till KD, Kyrie get done.
Well, Jamal Crawford gonna show out. I know that for sure.
I hope so.
Joe Harris, Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
They said, heading into that matchup with the Blazers tonight. Watch out for Tyler Johnson.
Nah, I think it's good for those players though to get this their opportunity to get the eye of another team.
For sure.
They only got signed on 1-year deals because of the bubble situation. Like they weren't there from the jump, except Joe Harris. But and I think Joe Harris contract might be up after this season or next season. I'm not sure, but this is if you're on that next team and you're a veteran, this is your chance to just be like, come sign me next year. You know what I'm saying? You see what I just did? Because especially Jamal Crawford, they kind of did him dirty and it took him. Nobody gave him a chance.
Similar to Melo.
Yeah.
If the Lakers don't win the finals, that will be their downfall, not getting Jamal Crawford. But, Brew, I appreciate what you said about KD and Kyrie.
Not going to be the Lakers downfall.
I appreciate what you said because we know what's going to happen when them two step on. And if there's another bubble, I feel great now. I feel great. If there's another bubble and KD and Kyrie participate, son, it's not even going to be fair.
What's that supposed to do?
I'm confused too.
He do got a point.
Kawhi and Paul George in the bubble, right?
You're comparing those two to KD? I'm talking about offensive.
Kyrie is the worst out of all four of them, so don't do it like
I'm talking about the amount of skill that goes into the situation going on in the bubble for the Nets. It'll just be far and away.
The Clippers got the best team.
They do.
They do, but I'm not taking nobody over KD next year. In a bubble situation, all he has to do is hoop. I'm not taking nobody over KD.
I feel like KD, he feeds off fans though. I feel like KD feeds off fans.
No, KD's a hooper, bro. Like he'll hoop anywhere.
That's not anybody.
They all hoop. They all a basketball player.
It's anybody.
Not like seven. Not like seven.
But you got to understand, though, bro. Like, with Brian's like, bro, it's an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? I haven't played without fans present and da-da-da-da. KD hoop on a regular, bro. Not saying that Brian works out, all the time. And he's great. I'm not questioning his work ethic. But KD just go to the park, bro, and just hoop. KD just go to open gym runs and just hoop.
Talk about it,
Brian don't do that for real. Brian didn't start doing that until about a few years ago. When the last time have you ever seen Brian go to Rucker Park?
I was about to say it,
When have you ever seen Brian go to Rucker Park?
Brian is bigger than all of them. He's been that big since
Rucker Park, no.
his career.
KD only went one time.
Hold on, wait.
The only person to have as much hype as him coming into the league is Zion. So put that into perspective.
Wait, what does that have to do with Rucker Park? Hoopers go to Rucker Park.
Going to a park to hoop.
Kobe went. One of the greatest players of all time.
Kawhi not a hooper?
JB, you got it. You got it.
But I'm saying,
tripping, bro.
You're trying to make this a point as to what he's going to do to dominate in the NBA.
Rucker Park has fans.
Rucker Park playing with scrubs or whoever. You're not doing that in the NBA. Plus, even if with KD or Kyrie, they won't be a number one seed. They're not that good. They're not going to
get it, bro.
Fans. Do they not?
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Get him, JB.
Run on the court and all
Get him, JB.
You're not understanding what I'm trying to say.
His point was, y'all don't want to see them in the bubble. I'm like, why don't we want to see them?
You don't.
Who they scaring?
What does Rucker Park got to do with it?
Bro, what I'm saying is
there's not too many superstars that
y'all are not seeing the point.
On a sidekick that come together and win off the strength like that. It don't happen.
Brian feeds off crowds, bro. Brian feeds off the energy he gets in arenas. It's a fact. You can see it in some of his games.
KD don't. Kyrie don't.
Bro. I'm talking about solely KD. KD is a hooper, bro. So I'm telling you, KD hoop anywhere.
JB, you just said Rucker Park, right? Rucker Park, bro. They're fans. Rucker Park is known for the fans. They can run on the court, do everything they want to when somebody hit a good shot. Bro, it's literally known for fans.
But I get that. But what I'm saying is, he's a hooper. I'm saying Rucker Park is that's the mecca of basketball, right?
Right.
But KD runs private runs just with no fans, and
because people record.
That's what he do.
You think LeBron don't?
Private runs.
Man, LeBron don't do no private runs.
They don't understand, bro. It's
LeBron is never hooping with that dude where everybody go and they say everybody got a shot when they go to this place in New York.
He went to
gym with the trainer.
You talking about Rico Hines? That's in UCLA. That's at UCLA.
No,
they go there because it's popular right now.
Runs at. with the white dude. Melo was there.
You talking about Lifetime Fitness?
He's talking about Brickley. I'm loud.
Yeah.
Brickley. He's talking about Brickley.
Bro.
J.R. Smith be up there.
Brickley.
In there, they say everybody shot.
Play with Louisville. He used to be a guard at Louisville. But
I'm just telling you, bro. KD stay in the gym.
Okay.
I know for a fact he stayed. LeBron be in the weight room.
What are y'all talking about?
LeBron be in the weight room more than
What are y'all
KD.
talking about right now?
The point.
Skill wise,
we supposed to be talking about
skill wise, KD's better for a reason.
We were talking about how the Nets gonna get swept by the Raptors. That's what I said. Then he said, "Well, that's not gonna happen next year because KD and Kyrie gonna be there." And I'm just like,
"Oh, he was talking
"You
about."
want to see what KD and Kyrie gonna do?" And I'm like, "What are they gonna do?"
That's a great way to tie a bow in this conversation.
Be the first seed in the East.
We have
bet money. I'll bet whatever on that. They won't be the first
seed in the East.
PTI,
bro. Who's stopping
want to
them?
bet money, they won't be the first seed.
You got a minute left on this conversation.
Unless Giannis goes to Miami, I don't see how you can say otherwise.
Bro, the Bucks been had the best record in the league for how long?
Okay, I'm cool. The Raptors. Who was the number one seed last year? The Raptors, right?
Either the Raptors or the Bucks.
Bucks.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Bud gets the first seed. He did it with the Hawks. He gets the first seed. That's what he did.
Hold on. Answer me this. Are you saying that the current state of the Raptors versus a fully healthy Nets team can really rock with them?
I think
the next two players make that much of a difference.
7.
All right. I'm done with
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that. No, those two players make a big
them two players gonna be that's
difference.
gonna just make the Raptors just terrible. Ooh, we can't mess with KD and Kyrie at all.
That's what I'm saying. Those two players, I don't think are gonna affect the Raptors.
Yes, that's exactly what he's saying. Yes.
No, they won't.
Oh, y'all are tripping.
Stop downplaying other NBA.
KD's it's gonna be a difference for the game, but I don't think it's gonna KD's not about to clamp.
You could place KD on any team, bro. That's a playoff team. Like y'all are disrespecting KD.
All right.
One seed. That's the difference.
All right, let's go. We have the 3-seed Celtics going against the 6-seed 76ers. News broke not today, but earlier in the week saying that Ben Simmons will have surgery and he won't return unless the Sixers make a deep playoff run. And there was also a report that came out that said the Cavaliers were interested in signing trading for Ben Simmons. LeBron and Ben, that's interesting. But let's get back to it. I have the Celtics winning this series, and I'm gonna say 6. I think Embiid can win 2 games. But cutting to mine, saying Celtics in 5. John, what says you?
I know you moved on from the Nets, but last point, the Nets are 5-2 in the bubble entering tonight's game versus Portland, and I really think they have a chance of beating Portland. The interim head coach is African-American, and he's done a great job of making a resurgence into that organization. So they are a tougher team than what they appear like. But for the Celtics and 76ers, I love what Jaylen Brown is doing. He's been an advocate for the NBA, trying to get those women or whoever to come inside the bubble. He's speaking on the players' mental health. So I really feel like him, along with other Celtics players, like they're ready, they're woke, and I think they're going to go ahead and win. As far as the amount of games, I mean, I don't know. The Sixers, I don't think it was Jalen who said they've had a disappointing season. Like I don't think they were better last year.
They underachieved for sure.
Yeah, this year they're taking a dip, and they definitely lost Ben Simmons now. So that's gonna have a strong impact. The Celtics are at full health, and I think they're gonna go ahead and probably win that 5 games or less.
Jalen, John, Trey, do you agree that the Celtics will win this game in 5 games?
No, they will win in 6. The reason I say that is because, like you said, Embiid can win 2 games, and the Celtics have proven this doesn't even fall on Brad Stevens, but they also are a team that gets complacent, and I can see them losing a few close games down the stretch that they should have won and blowing some leads that should have never been blown in the first place. So, I mean, unless Richardson just comes to play out of his mind and Tobias Harris kind of play out of his mind along
he would have to be the person that steps up for them to win.
Yeah. Like, I feel like, Richardson, right?
I was saying Tobias. I think Tobias need to – and because he's been in, like, the Tier 3, like, rankings of, like, superstardom for – Tier 4 whatever, and superstardom for a minute. I think if he has a great series against Boston, he could, like, push up to make even a conversation for Tier 2.
That is true.
Talking about Al Horford revenge.
Babyface Horford, he back.
Al is a solid role player though, so you can't really sleep on him. He's a solid role player.
He gets what you expect.
The Celtics didn't do him wrong. The Celtics tried to save him from the jump.
I know, but I'm saying from the standpoint of how he may be able to put his foot down on this series. If you're gonna beat the Celtics, I think you'll do it down low.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
The weakness is the center.
But I think
if Tobias Harris could be physical.
Go ahead. You finish.
No, I was just saying, like, if Philly is gonna make this a competitive series, they have to beat an aggressor. Like, I haven't seen Philly beat an aggressor much often, but if Embiid, Al Horford, which I haven't seen for much of his career, him like going for the kill, and Tobias Harris, like, then they'll get swept or they'll be done in 5. There is no home advantage in Philly this time around. So
my point, I was gonna say to Jalen, he said the Celtics get complacent. Well, last year their star player wasn't there. He didn't play for.
He played last year.
Kyrie played in the playoffs.
Kyrie played last year. Yeah, he played.
Yeah, he played. I was more so talking about this year. I've seen that in games.
That's what I'm saying. They got complacent last year, but their leader wasn't like the alpha they needed to be.
So he wasn't the leader, but they beat him in game 1, and then Jaylen Brown went for 7 in game 2, and Jason Tatum went for 5 in game 3.
You naming 2-year pros and 1-year pros though, right? And 3-year pros.
Oh, and Gordon Hayward. So Kyrie and Al Horford was supposed
Gordon Hayward Gordon Hayward was off the injury, right?
Kyrie's supposed to get it done by himself.
That was his first thing after the injury. He's supposed to be the alpha dog. The person you say KD is what he was supposed to be.
He was the leading scorer.
I'm gonna continue making my point.
Against the 1 seed, I'm asking you a question.
People like Terry Rozier had to step up.
Comment on my guy and don't expect me to.
People like Terry Rozier had to be the emotional leader for the team when the person that's the leader of the team couldn't handle their business. So that's why I think they got complacent last year. That's what my issue is with them last year. Do I have a problem with Kyrie personally? No. Do I think he's a good player? Yes. I just don't think he can be the best person on the team, and that's fine. Everybody can't be.
I was talking about this year. They get complacent this year, bro.
You said he got complacent in games last year in the playoffs. That's what you said.
Jay Stray, do you agree that the Celtics will win this game in 5 games, or do you think the Sixers will make this a competitive series? You on mute, Trey? Let's try that again. Take two. We got winning.
I'm more so in 6. I was on mute. I was on mute. But yeah, I feel like 6. I agree. Embiid can get 1. I mean, still Embiid. Ben Simmons is out, right?
Yeah. They said he got a surgery on his kneecap. Won't return unless they make a deep playoff run. So that's like Eastern Conference Finals.
So I mean, yeah, Embiid can get him 1. Then they can. I mean, yeah, 6. But they're definitely not gonna win the series. I mean, the Sixers, you can't sleep. They could maybe make it 7. Like if
they got talent. It's just
like they're not. Yeah, it just and they're missing Ben Simmons too. So
yeah. Jace, I agree. Your silence says the Celtics, right, gonna win. Yeah. Is this the series that Brett Brown gets fired after the series? You think they'll be done with him?
100%.
Tell me why.
Bring in Tyler. Brett Brown is
you've had chances.
Mediocre,
bro. Didn't have players.
That's true.
Yeah, he's mediocre.
Like 2nd round, 3rd round.
Say that again,
What Donovan is doing with the Thunders? Yeah, he got to go.
Got you. And what do you guys think about the Cavs being interested in Ben Simmons?
Think about what?
About the Cavaliers being interested in Ben Simmons. They said they have trade interest for him.
What they don't? The Sixers don't need Drummond, and I doubt they send like Garland, Sexton, and Porter. Right? They wouldn't. Send them, right? So,
well, they might give up a guard, like maybe
a guard or
Garland or Sexton. It would have to.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Simmons is one of those players. He's a franchise player for any franchise, I feel like. So, I mean, trading for him would benefit the team trading for him.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, they'll probably trade Garland. I mean, Garland for sure, and probably like a pick, and maybe K-Love.
Like, it would have to be Garland or Sexton, Kevin Porter Jr.
Somebody with a contract has been signed to like somebody with a.
Like, you would have to for an all-star, perennial all-star, clutch sports athlete. You would have to give up a lot.
K-Love, and another piece, and probably something else will probably fit.
I don't think that's the trade K-Love goes. But if they trade for Ben Simmons, I think
we'll have to include Kevin Love.
You have to.
Ben Simmons
I think to make the money work. I think the money work. So yeah, we will have to include.
No way Ben Simmons leaves the Sixers.
You said?
I said what the 76ers want him though.
Oh, Kevin Love?
Yeah.
He a better big than Horford, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They don't want him more than they want Ben Simmons.
And I think
He
the
can get
Sixers
you
team, I think the
18,
Sixers
10.
team is like made to like disrupt what the Bucks are doing with Giannis and his length. Having Embiid, Love, Simmons, you could just throw at him. Like things like that. I think they would love that.
Without giving up Simmons.
Say it again?
How they get low?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying. Well, in my example, I didn't say it. I was just saying they like length that like disrupts what Giannis is doing. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
They're good on paper now.
They are good on paper now.
I just said Ben and Embiid need to split up if they can't get it done, and they won't. So it's time.
Yeah.
Last
Last first round.
healthy.
Last first round series, the Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers. I'm gonna say this. This series is gonna go 5. I think Miami will handle their business with this one.
Smack on the Pacers.
Yeah, I think they're gonna handle their business on this one.
5. Pacers is good enough to get 1.
Anybody disagree?
I disagree.
I really like the Pacers. I think Oladipo steps up in this series.
You go after my bad, I mean to cut you off. John, you go after DeMar.
Well, you think the Pacers gonna win it?
I know, but I got it going 6. I just remember this being the same Pacer team pre-Oladipo that took LeBron Game 7. I like Nate McMillan as a coach. I like a lot of things about Indiana, so I think they could push it to 6.
I think missing Sabonis this series. I think they're gonna really miss Sabonis this series. Like I don't think like interior presence they're gonna really miss that. That's what Sabonis brought.
LeBron 7 was Paul George there.
I was about to say, what are you talking about? The same team that took LeBron to 7. You said the same team.
Oladipo was there when they took LeBron.
They literally just took LeBron
totally
to
different
7
team,
when he
though.
went to the finals.
Oh, they traded for Paul George when they got that, right?
No, I'm saying
They traded Oladipo for Paul
couldn't have
George.
been the
Okay,
exact same team.
Okay, Brogdon, a couple other pieces, but Nate McMillan is still the coach. Oladipo is still the best player.
Oladipo want to be a Miami Heat.
Oh,
Not the best player.
enough, Jalen. John, tell me why you don't think that Miami will win this series in 5.
I do think that the Pacers team is better than what y'all are giving them credit for. This team just beat the Lakers. That did have both of their star players. As far as I'm concerned, they had all of their players, and they were trying to win that game. And I think the Pacers showed out. And I believe that this is also it's a mini rivalry. It's also they've seen this team for 4 times when they go to the playoff match. So I mean, it's so much tape they have on them. I don't think they can consistently keep losing to the same team over and over again when they have a coach that is defensive minded and they have players that have the capacity to beat the Miami Heat. So I definitely think it could be a 7-game type series.
There we go.
If Jimmy loses, I don't think the Heat can lose. I don't think the Heat will lose, but I think it's possible that they can lose.
Gotcha.
I like the Heat. If you're asking me, like, I'm biased. I like Jimmy Butler's one of my favorite players. I love Eric Spoelstra as a coach. I like the 3-point shooting that they're showing this year. And Duncan Robinson or David, whatever his name is, has shown to be like a real threat. So, you know, I'm rooting for Miami, but I'm not going to be surprised if they go to 7 games and the Indiana Pacers, like, come out on top. That will not surprise me.
I know everybody has some opinions. I just want to say, John, you're real funny how you, like, flip-flop, because last week it was Miami just don't have shooters, and they just don't. But
I said that offline.
But
Derek, Derek, you raised your hand first. You go first.
He just beat them by 22 points. PJ Warren only had 12 points, shot 35% from the field. Oladipo had 14. He was the leading scorer. Brogdon had 12. Warren had 12. Aaron Holiday had 8. Miles had 9. And then they had a couple. Oh, Doug McDermott had 9 off the bench. Meanwhile, Jimmy had 19, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. And Tyler Hero had 17. Derrick Jones had 18. Duncan Robinson had 14. They were shooting lights out. They play again tomorrow, which is when by the time this come out, it'll already be passed. But they play Friday, August 14th. Yeah. They probably gonna bench everybody, but both teams should. I would. It don't matter. It's locked in. Bench everybody. Let the bench play against each other, and then run it back Monday or Tuesday whenever y'all play. But I'm saying this to say, Pacers don't. Without Sabonis, Pacers can't win a 7-game series against nobody. And then Oladipo, he's just not like he was coming off injury when he got into the bubble. You know what I'm saying? So he been kind of like trying to get back in groove. And that was the most he had. I think that was the most points he had scored like in the bubble, that 14 right then and there. It might be more than that. I could be wrong. But then I'm saying eventually he's going to get better. And Oladipo is a hooper and he can ball. I just think when the offense – everybody know who the offense got to run through in this bubble. TJ Warren got the green light. And the Heat ready for that. And Jimmy is ready for that. So it's just like there really ain't much you can do. And it's like I know Nate McMillan can call a good defensive, a lot of good defensive sets and stuff. But the way the Heat don't really let the point guard dominate the ball, Jimmy's ball dominant. They let Bam play a little ball dominant and bring the ball up. And that causes a lot of mismatches for them because a lot of people can't stop ball on the Pacers. Like, you got a center out there trying to guard Bam. He like, dang. Then you got Duncan off an off-ball screen at the top. Boom, 3. And they just pull. And they pull. They pull a lot.
Yep. I just think, before I give it to you, Jace, I just think that Miami has a mental edge over Indiana, stemming from the Jimmy Butler when they first played. It's just, I think when the Pacers see the Heat, they just
they bully them a little bit. It's like food.
Similar to the Rockets when they play the Warriors the last 4 or 5 years. It's like there's a mental edge. Jace, what you got to say?
I feel like the series will go to 7 with John on this one. Reason being because both the teams are still wet behind the ears. So this is like what?
Waiting to use that one.
Jay Crowder.
Jace, read the room because everybody tried. You said that. Wet behind the ears, my boy.
You don't know what behind the ears mean?
No, I know it.
I know what it means. I said they got 3 veterans, though. They have 4. Well, they really have 4 veterans.
Ain't no rookies.
I have the Heat winning. In 7, but I don't feel like they can just demolish the Pacers because the Pacers are hot right now. They're pretty hot. So,
bro, we just beat them by 22.
Going in 6.
Hold them down Monday, bro.
5 or 6. 6 is demolishing. 4 is demolishing. 6 is respect.
5 is demolishing too.
5 is demolishing. That's 2 games.
You missing your best good point.
5 is not demolishing. That's 4-1.
The best big man missing though. You gotta win.
I understand that. That's why I have the Heat winning in 7. But I just don't feel like because, bro, the Heat are still a pretty young team.
I know what I'm saying. They look young because of and Bam, but
where?
I can literally name you the people who play for us that are young.
The whole starting 5 is young, pretty much.
But that's why you got veterans on the bench that come in and play.
I understand. That's why I have them winning in 7.
Let me tell you, Jace, because you obviously don't know who starts for us.
Take us home so you can move to the Western Conference, Jalen. Take us home.
Kendrick Nunn starts for us.
Right, he's young.
Jimmy Butler,
veteran.
Duncan Robinson,
young.
Bam. This is his like 3rd, 4th year.
2nd year, buddy.
This is Bam's 2nd year.
This is Bam's 2nd.
No, it's not. This is like his 3rd year.
I'll look it up.
3rd year.
It might be his 3rd season.
The only one who's named is Jimmy Butler. That's a
and
veteran.
we'll throw Jay Crowder in there sometimes, and then we'll throw Kelly Olynyk.
This is Bam's 3rd year.
Okay, 3rd.
Yeah.
Has he played? He had like 1 year of playoff experience. Or have they been in the?
We really don't have a.
Iggy's a vet.
1 year.
Yeah, but we have veterans.
I said Iggy,
Jay Crowder.
That's why I'm giving the edge.
And Jimmy,
Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly Olynyk,
a veteran. Dragic is a veteran.
Yes.
That's everybody else. Is really outside of Harrell, Bam, Duncan, and Nunn. And
Jones
Jr.
Don't matter.
Bro, I'm giving him 6 or 7. I go 6 or 7.
I see. Now they was playing a team like
it's gonna be fun when we beat them.
Like they're playing a team like the Raptors or the Celtics or the Bucks, and you talk experience. I'd be like, yeah, you right about that.
I think the Pacers, like, I ain't gonna say I believe in them to win, and I'll say this: the Heat have a team to go further in the playoffs than the Pacers. Like, their team is built to last in the playoffs. Like you said, they're young, they're not, and they have better. So it's a nice blend. I think the Pacers, they don't have that type of that bench utilization isn't there, but like they have enough stamina to win.
That's why they was losing.
1 7-game series, at least one.
Bench is not good.
And I feel like this is the first round. This is the only like series I see that's going like 6 or 7. That's really the only.
I think he's gonna be sitting around
Crazy.
playing the second round or chilling by the West.
Jalen, you can't tell me that this series this might be a good series, bro. Like it's not gonna be no cakewalk.
You're right, bro.
Saying
100%.
good, like you saying like
I don't think they're going more than 5.
it's like
Basketball reasons, bro.
it's
Not
like a reasonable.
If it was,
It would be a shock if
Miami,
the Pacers beat
Indiana,
them.
Miami.
It would be a major upset if the Pacers beat the Heat in the
Oh,
finals.
I'm not saying they're gonna be. I see them going 6 or 7 and Heat winning, but it's not gonna be a cakewalk. It's not.
I think if they could have the option to go to Indiana and Miami,
It's sweet.
they playing in the
4 or
It's not gonna
5.
be a cakewalk, but it's gonna be
I
sweet.
don't think they could. I don't
Gotcha.
think they could.
Gotcha.
It'll be 4 or 5.
Hey.
I said 5 to give them their respect. Honestly, I really think it's gonna go 4 in my heart of hearts, but I'm just giving them the respect. If you can get one game.
Wow.
Gotcha. Let's move on to the Western Conference. Before we even predict the Western Conference, let's start with some big Paul George and Patrick Beverly versus Damian Lillard. So after Damian Lillard missed 2 crucial free throws, Patrick Beverly and the Clippers and Paul George clowned him for missing the pivotal free throws, and Dame took offense. Dame don't shy away from no smoke. He said, "I sent Patrick Beverly home one year, and I sent Paul George home last year."
And that was not a. It was a fact.
It was a fact.
That's the end of the
Big
conversation
facts.
right there. Like they got.
That wasn't even. That's why I was like, he didn't even say he wasn't starting beef. He just.
Okay, so it's a sign of respect how much they expect of me.
That's
Yeah.
just what happened.
Then they kept going back and forth. Eventually, families got involved. They eventually apologized last night. According to TNT on NBA on TNT, they said they reached out and apologized because it was getting personal. So,
Ooh.
I see. It seems like you guys are taking Dame's side. It seems like that's unanimous. Is that right?
Side to take.
I'm not taking sides.
What side? No, but what side is it? Like,
I'm not taking sides.
You're on the right side of history, guys.
yeah. It's
My
Dame.
road. What'd you say?
Patrick Beverly shouldn't even have opened his mouth. For real.
Exactly.
They say
Like,
nothing.
But I think no one is upset with Patrick Beverly. Like
Exactly. It's Paul George when he did it.
Right.
I was mad at Patrick Beverly because I feel like he antagonized people anyway. But it was like it's one thing to antagonize on the court, but off the court when you start trying to take it there, and it's like, bro, you not now you know, Pat.
Paul George had no room. I said, boy, you been getting game for a minute.
And he said that's a bad
he got
shot.
game in this bubble.
That's a bad shot. I'm like, man, I don't know. That's a bad shot.
Yeah.
On you.
Uh,
People taking it on you.
Can you guys explain to me what is a NBA superstar? I feel like we've been using this term kind of loosely lately, and seeing me and Damian Lillard spar with Skip Bayless on superstardom. I just wanted like clarification, so from this day forward we can know what a true NBA superstar is. Derek, you look eager to go. I hand the baton to you.
All right, now Cap. I break the NBA down like this. Okay, you got role players, you got veterans, you got like up and coming stars, you got all stars, and then you got superstars. And then you got like, people that's like the top notch of superstars. Like you can break superstars into tiers a little bit, but you know who the superstar. And a lot of times a franchise can get a superstar because of like marketing and branding. You got to promote somebody. You're not gonna have a team and just be like, yeah, we're the Suns, and we don't have anybody, but they got Devin Booker. So it's like that's different. But a team like the Hornets, for instance, who's their potential superstar? Who's the person that you think it could be? Devontae. So that's who you're gonna promote. But he's not even an all-star yet, but he's up and coming, and he can be that. Just like the Grizzlies last year, they was highlighting Jaren a lot. Then they start highlighting Ja more than him because Ja got picked earlier, and then Ja, turned it up when he got into the league. So for me, it's up and coming stars, and it's like stars meaning they could be all-star or superstar. Some people be superstar talent and don't even become all-stars yet because of how stacked the conference is, whatever. So if I had to give like a list of like 2 players per tier, superstars is like LeBron, KD, Curry, Giannis, Harden, them. The people that no matter what city they in, everybody coming in there to see them. Everybody come and see them regardless, whatever city they play in.
Russell Westbrook.
I can't, but you can't say that because like then Zion would have to be included because people
No, but that's why I said up and coming stars. You can be. Let me finish. Then you got all-stars like Chris Middleton. He's an all-star. All-stars don't necessarily always get the respect of a superstar. Some get treated like role players, but you're an all-star though, so you made it. And that's that's not an accomplishment you could just kind of like downplay. Well, he was an all-star, but he didn't deserve it. It's like, that is whack. But at the same time, Bradley Beal is a superstar, but he was not an all-star last year. But Chris Middleton was an all-star, but he's not a superstar. You know what I'm saying? You catch me?
So,
superstar
okay.
Is an all-star, but an all-star cannot always be a superstar.
Does somebody else want to go?
Draymond Green, all-star.
Yes,
not a superstar.
I do.
Jalen, you can go before I ask my question.
So here's what a superstar is. There's only a few of them in the league. You can drop them on a lottery team, and they automatically become a contender.
Okay.
There you go.
So that's what a
NBA
superstar is. Now
champion contender, right?
Yes.
Not playoff. Okay, got you.
Yes.
I was asking him if an NBA champion contender, not a playoff contender.
With that being said, you do have young stars, and you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that I think can lead a team to the playoffs, and I would categorize them as all-stars. There's only really 3 or 4 players in the league that can really lead you to a championship, like legitimate. Like if you're a lottery team and they just go there, you automatically in the hunt for a championship. It's LeBron, of course, KD, and really, bro,
it's 2 more.
Kawhi.
I think that's not, but a superstar.
Kawhi and Giannis, no. James Harden, no.
No.
Those are superstars.
They're superstars, though. That's
You
why
calling James Harden all-star?
That's what trumps your argument. I'm saying those are superstars.
What I'm saying is, if you put James, right? Think about it like
James
this.
Harden's a superstar.
If you put, what I'm saying is, he's a star. Like, okay, I think this goes into the tiers of superstars.
Right.
Yeah.
There are different tiers of superstars. And if you drop James Harden on the team, yes, they would be a playoff. They would be a playoff team.
Top tier.
I think you're right there. I think it should be like a mega star. Like mega stars, they go to a team and they're literally going to be a championship contender. But James Harden, he's just a playoff contender type of person. I don't see James Harden going to a lottery team and then they go to the finals.
I disagree.
No.
What LeBron does when LeBron goes to
Harden needs a good situation.
Or when a superstar goes to a team, they just don't go to the lottery team and then they magically become nice. They go and then the lottery team gets pieces and they attract pieces to them. James Harden would attract pieces just like he's attracted pieces to Houston.
I'm saying Jalen said James Harden needs. You said he needs a good situation. But he made the good situation.
You're crazy. He just made
they need. Yeah.
He made it is what
there's only a few players who really don't need a good situation to get you over the top.
What are you talking about? He turned the situation good.
The thing is, people control their own narrative in today's NBA, so nobody's picking a bad situation for themselves, period.
I'm saying for me,
Kawhi got traded to the Raptors and that ended up working out, but then he picked a team that he knew and said, if y'all get PG, I'll come. So it's not nobody.
So Jalen, what are you saying about James Harden's situation?
No, I'm saying he would need a good situation to be able to flourish how he would want to.
How doesn't
it's
he
not
have
like
a situation?
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying that's what he would need. You can't place James Harden on the Hornets and be like, oh, they going to the finals right now. You can't do that.
It might in the East.
With their current roster, you can't say that.
Okay, but look,
Can't place.
Trey was
So
saying,
you saying you can just place LeBron by
when Trey was saying though, like if James Harden was to go to the Hornets, I guarantee you somebody else would go to the Hornets
That's
too.
what he's not gonna go by himself because LeBron is not gonna go to the stock Hornets. Stop it.
I mean,
Jalen, the same.
Hold on, before
LeBron's
the Lakers were what they were.
The Lakers just didn't go to the playoffs. We dropped LeBron on them last year, and they didn't go to the playoffs. So that argument is very invalid.
LeBron and they still had a chance to make it.
Brown was hurt, like I think the tail end of the
season. He had 20-something more games. He could have got in.
Christmas game.
LeBron said, "I'm turning on playoff mode activated early," and they missed it.
He could have made it, bro. It's okay, bro.
20 games. He ain't never missed that many games before.
Okay.
He missed 20 games, and so how many did he play?
Bro,
do the math.
They played by a big margin. They were right there.
Oh, but what I'm saying is he came up short. You need a good.
Because he was hurt.
This year's it's year 7. What was that? Year 16, Brian? Yeah, year 16, Brian. So like, you know what I'm saying? I give it to him being
He only played in 55 games last season.
Bro, Jalen, that's like losing your big toe or something, bro. Like that's like, bro, like you can't do nothing after that.
Bro, did he have a chance to make the playoffs after he came back?
If you're hurt for 20 games, that's losing your purse. Like that's losing everything.
And he's talking about the greatest player of all time.
55 out of 82.
We talking about the greatest player of all time.
27 games, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Is bro, if you lose LeBron, y'all gonna lose. Like obviously, we see when LeBron's not on the court with the Lakers now, they get ran on. Like
that was the baby Lakers. That's what people forgetting.
Answer me this question: how many games did Kawhi play last year?
I don't know.
Like 70.
That's a better team.
A lot better.
Lakers
And it's the Eastern Conference.
And it's the Eastern Conference.
Lonzo, B.I., and Kuzma.
Kawhi played in 60 games last season.
60 games?
Played the same amount of games as LeBron. In the Eastern Conference Finals, better team.
Dog, you gotta call a spade, bro. Like he came up short.
A better team
in the Western Conference.
Did he have a chance to make it? Yes or no?
Yes, it was like 9 or 10.
Okay.
Either way, you contradicted yourself, and now you're trying to flip it on LeBron for whatever reason. The point I'm trying to make.
I'm not flipping it on LeBron.
Is a superstar. Regardless, that's what a superstar is.
Well, okay.
You said an all-star is like, you said all-star or something, but I'm like, an all-star would be a person that played in an all-star game, would it not be? They have
where do we factor winning championships and playoff games? When do we factor those in?
Into being a superstar?
Yeah.
That matters.
That matters, but
I don't know too many superstars that don't have playoff wins.
Yeah.
But you need
except the Wizards, but I mean that's not Bradley Beal fault. John Wall ain't been there 2 years.
Wait, let me revise the question.
Hold on, bro. I'm saying you need it from me, since you were talking about wins and stuff, you at least need a conference final appearance.
Yeah, I was saying conference finals. Conference finals appearances and finals appearances. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
AD is not even he's a
AD hasn't been to none of that. He's a
going this year. AD is the outlier. He counts, but
you can't count outlier. There's one outlier. There's more than one outlier.
I don't know. AD might not be a superstar. The way he be bowing out, AD might not be.
Trae Young is an emerging superstar on the bench.
Yes, he is.
Who?
AD can't lead your team to a conference championship.
Not true.
He can't. Not by himself.
Bad GM. We had a bad GM. That Boogie team he was with, that Boogie AD team could have been good if we had a good coach in a good situation. But it wasn't because
I don't think they would have went to the conference championship, but they could have got out the first round.
I just saying, it's like every time we talk about it, you know.
Matter of fact, we did get out the first round, John. We lost to the
Warriors.
Every time we lose to the Warriors, bro. You can't really every 80 loss in the playoffs was to the Warriors. Everyone.
Gotcha.
And then you said something about you need somebody, but nobody has ever been to the conference finals by themselves.
No, I'm saying, but you have
what? LeBron.
The best player.
One time, LeBron didn't win.
No, I'm saying I think a superstar should be like factored in, like you being the best player leading your team to that spot. I know that in today's NBA that people be switching teams and all that, but I do appreciate if even if you stay now or you go to a different team, or but even before you leave, you are able to lead your team to the to like a conference championship. That's like I recognize that as a superstar. Like Donovan Mitchell, I know he never made it to the conference finals, but semifinals he made it, and it's like he emerging.
Devin Booker better than Donovan.
Can I say something
real quick? Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Demar, real quick, because mine's gonna be a little bit longer.
Okay. I just want to say, like, what's the most important thing in all sports? What's the most
winning?
When has a rebound ever been more important than a win?
Oh, I'm like, where?
I'm just asking.
Chris Paul got a rebound.
Never? Has it ever? It's a yes or no question. Has a rebound ever been more important than a win?
Chris
Paul got a pretty big rebound.
Can't do this because then people bring up the Bill Russells and like.
No, but that's dominance. To be considered the best, you have to be dominant at some point. You have to put yourself above everybody else at some point. Dame's doing that now. That's why I feel like he's a superstar. If I look at KD, if I look at LeBron, there's some sort of dominance at some point where you were like, this might be the best player in the world. I don't know if I feel that way about AD. Harden, I feel that way about Harden. I felt that way.
Does he take 50 shots?
Huh?
No, stop. Come on. Stop. Stop.
Okay, he's talking about
Stop,
dominance.
Derek.
Have you not seen AD dominate the 48 20 games?
I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with what he said.
Harden, one of the best scorers I've
Harden
ever
takes a
seen.
lot of
That
shots.
was the mean Harden by trying to
Inefficient.
side with AD.
He's inefficient though. He is.
How? He has the most efficient numbers for playing
Yeah,
ISO
you tripping.
basketball.
Because Harden is
Yeah, bro.
efficient with it, man.
Yeah, bro. You're hating.
You're hating.
Free throw percentage is efficient. I'm saying,
No,
bro, you shooting 30% or less from the field, but you got 100% free throws and you made 14 of them.
I got a question.
Nobody puts more of an impact on the game than James Harden right
I got
now.
a question.
Yo,
So,
shoot.
since we know James Harden is a superstar, right? But we know that he don't show up in the playoffs sometimes.
I'm
So
saying,
how-
yeah,
That narrative is also not true.
What are you talking about? 30% about James Harden?
I don't feel that
Sometimes
way.
he does not show up in the playoffs.
30% from the field and then
Not
shoot
really.
100% for the free throw line.
That
Big
narrative
games,
isn't
that is
true.
show sometimes, bro.
That's what I was
I'm not
saying.
talking about
Jay.
on his season. I'm talking about in games.
That's what I was saying, Jace. How players like they don't like we call them superstars, but like they don't show up in.
So is he tier 2?
Man, come on.
No,
Harden
bro.
has been to the finals. So.
The only reason why they didn't go to the finals,
He has 2
He's tier
MVPs. How
2.
many does he have?
He's
What is
tier
the
two.
40
CP3 got hurt,
He's tier 2.
bro.
Who got hurt?
So
All right,
who's tier
CP3
one,
got
LeBron?
hurt.
That's not tier 1.
Can I do my thing, bro?
Tier 1.
Oh yeah, let Derek go. We're gonna do our tier, then we'll move on.
So I'm gonna just look at it like this. So I'm gonna quickly, if you say Milwaukee Bucks, who's the superstar?
Giannis.
Okay, Raptors.
There's no superstar on that team.
Pascal.
But he's an all-star. No.
There's no
Yeah, come in
superstar.
Lowry or
Celtics.
There's no superstar on that team.
Thank you.
There's no superstar on that team.
There is no superstar. on that
Miami.
team.
There's growing superstars.
There is no superstar on that
There's no
team.
superstar. There's no.
This is
Oh no, he is no superstar.
Jimmy's
No.
not a
No.
superstar, Derek.
I can live with that. I'm just saying, I kind of think he has that impact. Pacers,
Nobody. There's nobody rest left in the East except for the injured Nets.
Sixers.
No.
Oh, Embiid. My bad.
Embiid.
My bad.
Ooh, I
All
don't
right,
know.
he said nobody else in the East.
Wait.
The Nets.
Whoa,
KD,
whoa, whoa.
KD.
How is Jimmy not a superstar?
That's what I said.
He is, exactly. Hold on.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a superstar.
Jimmy has never made it to the conference finals.
Joel didn't make it to the conference finals.
Jimmy Butler averages like 21 or 18 points a game, right?
Not all about scoring.
Bro.
I'm not saying
Joel
He
Embiid
just
was
said
the-
you
I don't
got to
think
factor
he's
in winning, right?
You gotta dominate at something.
Ever been
Jimmy
considered
dominates on defense.
one of the best in the league? Like right now, you say I'll take Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy's.
He's a
I
top
love
15
Jimmy.
player.
I love Jimmy, bro, but
He
he's
was
not a
a
It is.
superstar.
I think this year is Jimmy's year to prove that he is a superstar.
When he was with the Bulls, he was top.
He's a top
At one
tier
point, he
all
was like
star.
almost top 10 player in the NBA.
He's
Jimmy
a
is
top
like
tier
tier-
all star.
Oh, we're gonna do the tiers after. Okay, cool.
I was about to say,
Jimmy has a Kyrie Irving situation.
Oh wait,
I don't think
you
Trae Young
got
is
you have Joel Embiid, who is less accomplished than Jimmy Butler.
Longer
As-
career.
Jimmy was carrying them last year,
Longer career.
low key.
But hasn't Joel Embiid been to the playoffs like every year except like 2-3 years?
Yeah, like
He had Jimmy last year.
He did have Jimmy.
Jimmy was keeping them afloat last year.
and if Embiid didn't go off, they
Jokic
lost.
hasn't
If
been
Embiid
to
went
the
off, they
finals,
won.
and he's a superstar.
How
Jokic
about
is
so
not
Trae
a
Young's not a
superstar.
superstar?
Jokic is a superstar.
No, he's
Trae Young not a superstar?
God.
Jokic
Wait,
is
can I get to the West after the East?
Oh,
Is
Trae Young is not a superstar.
Not
Andre Drummond not a superstar.
No.
no.
his numbers are
The
ridiculous.
best rebounder in the
He
league.
is a superstar.
He's not a superstar.
I'll say dominance, but he's the best rebound.
KD, Joel
rebound getter.
Embiid, and
Bro,
Giannis.
Clay got a point, bro. He got a point.
So is Rudy Gobert a superstar?
Stars. There is stars.
So Gobert a superstar. He's been
Don't
the
say
best player of the year
Gobert.
like the
All
last
right,
2 years.
Lakers, who you think is superstar? AD, LeBron.
Yeah,
right?
next.
Clippers.
I
Clippers.
see what I said about AD.
He's a superstar.
You got to be generational
Superstar.
talent, bro,
Jimmy
to be a
not.
superstar.
That's the issue.
You got to be generational talent to be a superstar, bro.
Who's
So,
that?
No, you do not.
Paul George finished in
Say that,
top 3 of
say
MVP.
that.
Jimmy Butler have not. I would say Paul George is a superstar.
And Kawhi is a superstar.
I think Paul George is a superstar.
Okay, Nuggets. So Jokic is not a superstar to y'all.
He is not. Not to me. He's
I
not.
mean, if he's Jokic is
I can be the superstar, but Jokic is not.
Embiid's not a superstar.
I say Embiid
Jokic is better. He's the best center in the league. What are you talking about?
How? Because he's a more all
He's an
around.
all-pro. What are you talking about? He's an all-pro. NBA first team all-pro. What are you talking
Last
about?
season, Embiid finished top 3 in Defense Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken.
It doesn't matter.
When
Top
Embiid
two.
is
I'm talking about the first.
When Embiid is dominant, he has more of an impact on the game than Jokic does.
Jokic
Jokic has so much talent around him,
could-
and Jokic disappears in games.
Now you talk about.
I think they're-
Jokic's team is always better than Embiid's team. Number one.
Yeah, they're more talented.
Number two, Jokic is always putting his teammates in a better position. Look at the assist numbers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Jokic has more talent.
Is a better all-around player.
He's
a better all-around player. That doesn't mean Embiid is a lesser dominant center. Embiid can be the more dominant center. He can have that. Jokic is the better player. That's why the Nuggets are better.
Pat over both of them. You do both. You do both of them.
Wait there before I let you go. 3 seconds left on the clock. Who gets the shot for the Nuggets?
Who gets the
Jamal
shot?
Murray.
Wait, 3 seconds on the shot. What?
Joel Embiid.
Wait, what did you say?
3 seconds on the clock. Denver down by 2.
Down by 2 or 3.
Stop
Jamal.
it. Stop it.
It's going to Jamal Murray.
It's either
Wait, you down by 2 or 3?
Stop it. They will give that ball to Nikola Jokic. Stop it.
Wait a minute.
It's going to Jamal, bro.
Jokic a couple
100%.
Wait a minute.
We talking about Jokic
more reliable option.
If you're going for
I literally watched this. They literally just did this like 2 games.
Jokic has buzzer beaters. Come on, don't play.
Like,
exactly. Are you going for the win or you going for the tie?
What are you talking about? Going for the dub ski? This Jokic.
I'm not going with Joel Embiid.
Embiid
Go
is
for
a
the
superstar.
dub?
Jokic is not. That's my final statement.
To go for the dub, you giving Joel Embiid the 3?
You're crazy.
Thunder is Chris Paul.
Nah.
Chris Paul is not a superstar.
No.
This win.
Oh, you're crazy. Y'all are crazy.
Oh man.
Y'all
I don't agree with that one, bro.
Did he lose it? I'm asking. Did he lose it? Is it just
Nah.
he grew out of it? He outgrew it, or I'm just
When he got injured against the Warriors when they won that sixth game or game 5, that's when he lost.
He's an injury-prone superstar.
That's why he.
season? Well, don't do injury.
No,
prone.
not more. It was more than one
He
season.
is.
It was more than one season.
So even last year, Chris Paul was the reason they lost that series. He was almost.
He was.
He the reason they
Oh,
shot
God, he
29
was.
threes.
He was.
He was
He
almost
was.
terrible.
29 threes. He didn't even play in the game.
I got a
He didn't
question.
play.
I got a question.
Shoot, Jay, shoot.
Bro.
So when James Harden do the same thing,
That's what I'm saying. That's what Steve be talking about. Y'all don't.
Bro, James Harden averaged 34 last year.
in the regular
playoffs.
season,
Look at his playoff numbers.
No, I'm saying,
Just
but
know.
Chris Paul was
He
hurt.
literally averaged over
they
30
lose. They lose.
Chris Paul getting blamed for a game he didn't play in. And they shot 29
Bro.
threes while they couldn't hit 3. They kept
Bruiser.
shooting.
Yeah, that sucked. This was the win last year.
Bruiser.
How does that Chris Paul out?
Bruiser. Go to the playoff numbers in that series
I
and
don't
tell
care
me
about
what
the
James
numbers,
Harden
Jalen. I
has.
want a dub. I want a W, Jalen.
No,
A W.
Okay, bro. If the entire team, so
Blame
James
that
Harden
Bud
took
Harden.
27 threes
How do you
by
blame
himself?
somebody else for that?
I'm pretty sure he took most of them.
Okay.
I'm saying Chris didn't
He
even play.
didn't
though.
take most of them.
Bro, Chris got injured, so therefore
He
they
didn't
lost
even play
because
in that
Chris
game at
was
all. And they shot those 22 threes while they had a chance to compete and kept shooting, yet he gets blamed for that.
Which
and he
series y'all want his stats from?
Game 7.
Don't matter. He still lost.
Oh,
So
I want Chris
It was
Paul.
game 6. No, that was game 6. Chris didn't play.
Game 6, Chris Paul shot. I mean, not Chris Paul. James Harden should went 11 for 25, 6 for 15 from 3, and 7 from 12 from the free throw line.
15 threes, Jalen.
that was
How many
game
they
7.
took? 23?
Game 6 when Chris didn't play, and they was up and they started just jacking. And they,
How many threes they took, Jalen? 23?
What
Alright.
in game 6? I don't know.
How many threes they took, bro?
It's about 40 that game. They missed 22 straight. That's what I'm talking about. They kept missing.
But the Rockets always gonna shoot threes though. That's their
They're gonna shoot threes. They running
It
gun.
How was that Chris
game
Paul
was a
fault?
competitive game. After you miss 10 straight, it's kind of like,
Bro.
all right, bro, let's get inside.
And how was that Chris Paul's fault if that's the game they played? They just missed the shots.
He didn't play.
He pulled his
He didn't
hamstring, bro.
He didn't play at all in that game, though.
Him not being in the game due to
Oh wait, y'all talking
being
about
injured.
You talking about the year where the Rockets was up 3-2? That year? Oh, I think you got the wrong stats. My bad.
That wasn't last year?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Okay, well, I don't even want to talk about
Harden went 12 for 29, 2 for 13 from 3, and 6 from 8 from the free throw line. He had 32
It's not
points,
the same.
6 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 1 block, 5 turnovers.
And they
He
lost.
shot 41% from the field and 15% from 3.
15%?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. Y'all
But y'all
gotta
don't think
get
Chris
off
Paul
that.
superstar, that's fine. But I mean, he's still an all-star. But
Y'all gotta
I
get off
love
that
for him.
CP.
You got love for him. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
I'm saying, but if you're a super, no,
But he
but
is not a
how you go
superstar.
point guard and then all of a sudden,
Standards are just weird.
Just Chris Paul never led a team to
I
a
agree to disagree. I
conference
disagree.
finals. You know, that's my argument. You know,
okay,
It's so
Rockets,
crazy.
who the superstars?
James
Russ-
Harden and Russell Westbrook
and Harden. And I will say this: if y'all don't
Westbrook
get
led a
Russell,
team to the
So
conference
Chris
finals.
Paul is a superstar, but Russell West, what are you turning your head for?
Westbrook. I said Westbrook ain't never been to the conference finals by himself
he's
either.
an MVP. That garners you a superstar. I'm sorry,
Yes,
that garners you
It
one.
does.
Yes,
It does.
it does.
Chris got okay. See, and MVP is also biased,
How? How?
bruh.
It
Do you
is.
know the
It is
MVP Chris
sometimes.
Paul missed?
Bruh.
But
Kobe missed the MVP
But-
for Steve Nash. The MVP is
But he
biased.
got one.
There was
But
no
he got
denying
one.
the year that
But he
Russ
got one.
won
So
MVP.
some
though.
averages
No,
like
that's true.
double.
I believe that, Taylor. But there's times where they mess over people for MVP. Last year, Harden had an argument for MVP.
He
And everyone-
averaged a triple-double.
Three
Yeah.
straight times.
So you telling me, Derek, the year that Chris Paul should have won MVP, he should have got it over Kobe?
Kobe didn't get it either.
I'm saying the year you're saying Chris Paul should have got it. It was the year Kobe won it. So
They
Chris
gave
Paul
it
should
to
have
Kobe
got it.
because they messed over him with Steve Nash. But yes, Chris Paul had a case for that too.
Or should he have got it over Kobe?
They
Yeah.
gave it to Steve Nash because of how good his teams was, but that's stupid.
Right.
In
and
my
they
opinion.
knocking people out for Steve Nash. But okay. Jazz, no superstar? Just
No.
I mean, if we giving Jokic,
Do not say Gobert. No.
I guess we got
Hey,
Gobert.
nah, if y'all say
No.
Jokic, then Gobert is a superstar. Don't care.
Yeah,
Because he
two-time
dominated last night.
Fighter.
He dominated him.
Go bad.
two-time defensive player of the year.
Funny, bro. Y'all
Gotta
are
go
Yes,
get it.
yes,
Player of the year.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
not the
Nah.
hilarious, bro.
The Jazz
Yeah.
are just as good as the Nuggets have been in the playoffs.
And
Yo, man,
okay,
Gobert, a
Yes.
superstar.
Yes.
Gobert can lead a team to the Western Conference Final.
Hey, next question, bro, because tripping.
I said Mavericks.
Bro.
Mavericks.
Luka is a superstar, yes.
Luka is a superstar. Oh, but Luka ain't been to the conference finals either.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert is not a superstar. I'm sorry.
Y'all say Trey can't be a superstar, but Luka can.
Well, we got.
Has
I
Trey
mean,
been
this
in
is
the
the second
playoffs
year.
at all?
Yeah.
Trey Young, I'm sorry, Trey Young, bro. He's an up and coming superstar, but he's not a superstar.
Right.
Luka's
Trey-
a superstar, I
Luka's
guess.
a superstar now.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
Okay.
Luka's-
Only because he's been to
don't
the
think so.
playoffs. He has had a better team. He had a
I
better-
might like the Mavs over the Clippers. I
Oh,
might.
my God.
I love to see it, but it won't happen.
They don't play no defense.
I love to see it, but it won't happen.
They can't close games.
I can't
I
close
feel
games.
that too.
And the
They're
Clippers
not
beat them 2 times.
I
Yeah.
could see a Luka buzzer beater over Paul George. I could see it now. I could.
Bro, if it was
Mavs play zero
Grizzlies
defense,
no
bro.
What'd you say?
Grizzlies, no superstars.
Nope.
But I rank Jaren and Ja as up and coming star. That's why I say they up and coming. You don't know what they're gonna be. They could be all star.
Yeah,
Portland.
I think John Morant gonna be a superstar. He's
yeah,
not.
he's nice.
Now this is where it get interesting.
Portland Trailblazers. Let us hear it.
This is where we get interesting.
It's Dame.
Yes.
Dame's a superstar.
Dame is a superstar.
And he went to the conference finals.
Oh, wait,
Wow,
let's
question.
just like don't
But
slide.
CJ, let's talk about 3J.
Oh no,
He's
that's
not an all-star or a superstar. So what is he?
CJ almost
What?
a player at this point.
He's
He's
an
not an
all.
all-star.
CJ is a bucket.
He's not an all-star. Never been to all-star game.
But he's
He
not.
can't be an
That
all-star.
doesn't
not
mean
be
a
an all-star.
goddamn thing.
He's a solid. He's a
Role
solid.
Yeah, I think he's a role player.
What?
He's a
Yeah.
star. He's just a
There's
star.
nothing else to
Calm down.
discuss.
We're right.
I mean, he's
He's
a
McCollum's
role player. I mean, he's not a star.
role player?
Yeah.
On his team, he's a star. Like, you know what I'm saying?
CJ McCollum
There's
is a
nothing left to
role
discuss,
player?
bro.
He's just a star.
I mean,
There's nothing left to
What you say,
discuss.
Taylor? You said he's
I
what?
don't think he's a star. Like, how's he a star? Like, how?
He's a star for his franchise in that market. Put it like that.
CJ
He's the second best player.
CJ is an all-star.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
It's
he
just
is not.
the
He's
West-
not an all-star
the-
game, Taylor.
He never been to an all-star. You can't
There
say
is
he's an
a
all-star.
plethora of
Oh,
shooting guards
it's-
that I would
it's
take
too
over
many-
CJ McCollum. A plethora.
Who are you
He's,
taking over CJ
bro,
McCollum?
Devin
you gotta
Booker.
you gotta
I mean,
understand why he
Devin
Booker.
hasn't
Get
been
James
to an
Harden.
all-star game.
I'm taking like 10 people before CJ.
Klay Thompson.
He's been in the West his entire career.
I'm taking Donovan
not-
Mitchell over CJ McCollum.
You said Devin Booker?
You,
Yes.
I'm not saying
Devin Booker
I'm
down,
not saying
you
he's
taking
the
Jaylen
best
Brown over
two-guard
CJ
in the
McCollum?
West.
Zach LaVine?
Zach LaVine.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm taking CJ over Zach LaVine.
I'm
What?
taking
Oh,
DeRozan
yes.
over
God, y'all.
You
said who?
DeRozan.
Do y'all not know
I'm
how
taking
skilled
Drew
CJ
Holiday.
is, bro?
No, I'm serious.
Zach LaVine, bro?
All-star voting, all that is just popularity, bro.
But MVP not.
He's pop.
No, the bench
bruh.
spots are not popular.
Hey, how many times Damian Lillard been in the All-Star game? How many times Damian Lillard been in the
First
All-Star?
time. He just went.
One time, right? One time he's been in the All-Star game, right?
Damien's only gone once.
Once.
That's
Exactly.
why I said
That shit
it's
don't
Damian
matter,
Lillard,
bruh.
superstar.
It don't
That's
matter.
all
He's an
I'm saying.
Dame been to the All-Star game twice.
Still not an All-Star.
There's no way Damien's only been one time.
He's
bro.
been once.
Even if
and
he's
he
only
ain't
been
win the
twice,
Super Bowl
bro.
last year.
He went
Even
this
if he's
year
only been
last
twice, bro, there's no denying talent.
Like,
year. McCollum's not an All-Star, Jalen.
Damian Lillard's a
All-Star.
five-time
He gonna take
All-Star.
anybody.
Okay.
They don't care who's on him, but he's gonna do him dirty.
Lillard is a five-time All-Star.
DJ McCollum had 12 points the other day, boy.
How do you become an all-star? Let's walk through this. How do you become an
Don't just
all-star?
say okay, like that ain't no big deal. Superstars don't do that, Jace. Stars don't do that.
How do you become an all-star? How do you get into the all-star
To
game?
become a starter, 50% of the vote is by the fans, 25% is from the coaches and the media. To be a reserve all-star, that is 100% voted on by the coaches.
So an All-Star can't score 12 points and have an off night?
No.
He has too many off nights.
It's not a star, bro. I'm sorry.
So let's walk through all the talent at the two guard position. Let's go through all the
Jalen,
guard
before
talent
you
in
do
the
that,
West.
Before you do that, we talking about the bubble, and CJ has been the fourth best player on the team, if not fifth.
He's
He
playing
has a
injured,
fractured
though.
back.
He's
He's playing injured.
What's wrong with him?
lower back fracture.
And I'm saying
Exactly.
that's fine.
I
That's
know that.
fine.
And he's had good
Before
games
this
in the
year.
bubble, bro.
Even
He
before
literally
this-
had
That's,
good games in the
that's what I'm
bubble.
saying, but he had a good
Yeah,
game.
one good game in the bubble. One.
He's had
hurt.
good games.
And
in the
Melo
bubble.
and Dame
And he's
also.
hurt.
He had 20-something, and Melo and Dame also had 20-something. And they lost.
Barry Trent is scoring 20.
And they lost that game. That was the game against the Clippers, I think.
Right. Like
Y'all mad disrespectful, bro.
Man,
Bro,
I said he can't hoop. I just said he ain't
Jalen,
all-star.
before you
He's
go to
literally an
All-Star,
all-star.
He ain't no all-star.
22 points
Okay.
points this season is not an All-Star?
No.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm
The role
saying,
player.
bro.
22
Oh,
points as a
wow.
role
It's
player.
crazy.
22 points as a role.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
is
role
all-star.
player.
crazy.
He's an all-star.
Devin Booker wasn't an all-star this year.
Yes, he was.
And he averaged 26. He got in because somebody got injured.
But he
It
got
was
in.
Lillard. It was Lillard.
Lillard got injured and he got in.
The West is deep.
Let's
though,
talk
Jalen.
about it.
We
There's
know
no
that.
there's no
TJ,
My
That's why
point.
CJ
That is
McCollum
my
had
He's
that
on the
point.
reserve list, Jalen. CJ's not even on the reserve list. He's not even an option for the replacement.
If you put
never
CJ
to the
CJ in the East,
He's still not making it.
he's gonna make the
Bradley Beal
All-Star
didn't make it.
team.
Still not
No,
making it.
he's not.
Still
No,
not
he's
making
not.
it.
And I like Lou over CJ too.
Okay.
Lou Williams.
I'm finna get mad, bro.
I
Cause
mean,
now y'all just saying y'all been
Now you just
disrespectful, bro.
real.
to be
Nah,
100,
bro.
bro. Low
Nah,
key.
bro. Y'all tripping, bro.
Low key.
Y'all are 100% tripping.
Stop bugging.
Y'all are
Take it,
100%.
CJ.
Y'all are bugging out, bro.
How?
Seriously.
Bro, you
Bruh.
gotta give
Paul
up-
George better than
CJ's
Giannis.
What is
Lou
CJ?
doesn't even
No one-
start. How could you even say that?
Luke started
No
last
one-
year, like 30
No
games.
one's saying that CJ is just the best guard in the West. Like
At all.
he's
Not-
an
not top
all-star,
12.
bro.
He's not top 12.
You can be he can be a bottom tier all-star, bro. That's
he's
what
not.
he is.
He's not.
Can't make
never
it.
been to the
We're
All-Star.
telling you why he can't make it. It's based on front court and back court.
Yeah, run, Jalen. Go back, run.
Okay, bro. So let's walk through the West.
All right.
When
No,
healthy-
we already
when
know
healthy-
it. You're
No,
just
bro.
trying to discuss
Hold on. Let me
it.
finish this real quick. Let me finish this list.
Then he gonna let me talk.
No, I'm gonna let you talk. Let me finish this little list because I was already doing this. This is what I was doing. And y'all got stuck on CJ. Suns,
ahead.
we have a superstar.
No superstar. I dare one of y'all.
Superstar, superstar, he all-star. Cool.
Who?
I said, do the Suns have a superstar? We said Devin Booker's all-star. He's not a superstar.
No.
Cool. Spurs, no superstar. All-stars. And that's really it. Kings, no superstar. Again, Pelicans, no superstar. Cool.
Yep.
All-stars, though. Got Brandon Ingram as all-star.
Hey, we had to mention
Nine is
that.
up and coming.
Had to mention that.
I'm just naming super all-stars. They made it. I said DeRozan, and I said Aldridge. But
And Ingram
right,
had one
and then
fucking good year.
Timberwolves,
Ridiculous.
D'Lo made all-star game last year?
In the net in Brooklyn he did, but not with the
He
Warriors.
shouldn't have went to the Warriors. Should have stayed in the East. My bad. And then I think Cat used to be Cat made all-star game before.
Yeah.
And then
Hold up.
Golden State, Curry superstar.
And Clay.
Is Clay a superstar? I
Wait,
said yes.
Jalen's dumb stuff. Here it's coming. Here it comes.
Clay not a
Question.
superstar
Hey, didn't Mo Williams make an All-Star game?
in the East.
That before my time.
Mo Williams,
Mo
probably
Williams-
made the East, and he was on the team with LeBron.
He did. Okay. Also, I remember that Jeff Teague made the All-Star game. Paul Millsap,
Best team,
Al
best record in
Horford.
the East. Yeah, that whole team made it. 'Cause they had
So
the-
I
had
say
bench
all
made it.
that to say, bruh, it's bullshit. Literally, is bullshit.
Not lying.
But
It literally is. You can't tell me that a guy that averages 20 a
everybody
game is not an all-star. I'm not hearing it.
it's all voted on by other people.
But I'm saying, bro, it's literally
but
people
you-
who
but you
average
made
less
this-
than
you made this
20 points a
argument
game
that-
that make an all-star game.
But you made this argument that CJ, if he go to the East, but Bradley Beal didn't make it, and he's better than CJ. Jaylen Brown didn't make it, and he's better than CJ. So Devontae Graham, you have an argument that he could have made it in the East. I'm not saying he's better than CJ, but like he didn't make it in the East. So where do you get this assumption that you just gonna drop CJ and he automatically makes it?
Bradley Beal's team is trash. Devontae Graham team is trash.
So if you put CJ in Bradley Beal's position with the Wizards, they are more trash.
That's right. I'm not saying Bradley Beal's not better than CJ McCollum.
What are you talking about?
That's what we're saying. The All-Star game is bullshit. It is.
Y'all doing all this screaming
And
and
bro,
and hollering, and you
I don't get it because
make me be like, wow.
He said he's a star.
He
though.
scored 22
Bradley
points this
Beal-
season, Demond. That's a valid point.
Bradley Beal
said
has
number
had
five.
one elite season.
He's
Let's
He's a
talk
good.
about
star.
it.
There's nothing wrong with being a star. There's nothing wrong
Bradley
with
Beal has
He's a
had
role
one
player. Y'all
elite
niggas think
season.
he's a
and
role
now
player.
he
He's not
just-
a
a role
role
player can be a
He's not a role
star
player.
on his
He's
team.
tier 1 of role players, Jace.
He's not a
Tier
role
1.
player, bro.
Not a role player. I
Y'all-
think
y'all
that's
niggas-
I
why-
mean,
that's
role
why-
player. He's a star. Okay,
Yeah, I think that's why Jace
he's
getting
not an all-star.
He's
He's not a
role player.
superstar.
In my
But he's a
ranking
star.
of role players, he's
He's
tier
dumb as
1.
hell.
But if we're talking
How is he not a star,
tier
Jalen?
5, tier 4.
He's a
He's not
starter.
an
You
average
can't
role
say he's a
player,
role
which
player.
makes
He's
him
a
a star.
starter.
I can say he's a star but not an all-star. That's dumb as hell.
Because
No,
he's not
but
an all-star.
true
He's
though,
literally
Jay.
not.
He literally is not having all star.
I say this all
I'm
the
saying
time.
like he's
Because
not
he
an
hasn't been to an all-star game.
Yeah,
Bro, I can literally, we can literally,
exactly.
bro, we can literally go through the list of people who have made all-star games, and you're
Because
not
they
gonna
had
sit
good
here.
seasons. CJ is not transcendent. He's not.
Mo Williams is, and he made an all-star
He
game.
had a
Are you
good
serious?
season. And the East was weaker then.
Come on, fam.
And Mo
Come
Williams
on,
is
bro.
Watch this.
Come on,
Have you
bro.
ever
Seriously.
watched CJ McCollum and said, wow,
Seriously, bro.
he might be the
Yes.
best player in this conference?
No,
What is
not
this?
that. But I'm saying I've seen
Mo
CJ play,
Williams-
and CJ's
Mo
a
Williams
bucket.
also dropped 40 with the
Mo
Timberwolves
Williams
in
and
the,
CJ kind of the
in the
same
back
player.
end of his career. But Mo Williams was on the team with LeBron, and Mo Williams, the
He's
East
not.
was different then. The East
Bro,
was,
they're the same kind of player. I thought they had the same
No, bro.
impact on the team.
East was not that talented back then.
It was that impact.
The West is stacked with guard play. That's why CJ
But
does
he's
not
naming
have
Mo
an
Williams like
all-star
he
game.
just went in 2020. That was 10 years ago.
Wait, has Devin Booker?
Okay.
Like
You said Devin Booker
2009.
got hurt. I mean,
Haters on the call have joined up. Y'all are
So
hating.
Rondo was an all-star back in the day, huh?
He was the best point guard in the East at one point. Yes.
John,
But what was he-
John go to John arrived by the Rondo.
We're not gonna do
I
this.
hope they're ready.
We're not gonna do this with
I don't
Rondo.
understand, bro. I don't
We're not gonna
understand
do
how
this
y'all
with
can
Rondo.
say a guy in the West who averages 20 plus a game is not an all-star, bro. He just
I
hasn't been
mean,
selected
he
to an
He has
all-star
not been in
game.
an All-Star game.
He obviously hasn't been good enough.
he's in the West, Demond. What do you want him to do?
Draymond made it. He was good enough.
Okay, bro. Think about
Because of
this.
his team. Because
his
of his
position.
team.
It
At
be
his
like that.
position, bro.
And we
At his
please-
position, you have Devin Booker, you have Klay Thompson, you have let's
James
see who
Harden.
else.
This all
James
in the West?
Harden.
It's all in the West.
All the
Yes.
West.
Oh, the guard playing the West is
Luka.
The guard playing the West is
That is
ridiculous,
our
bro.
point.
Like,
So he's not an all-star.
Bro,
No,
he's
man.
not an all-star
that
because
does
the
not
West is so
diminish his
stacked.
talent.
If he
It's
goes to the
stacked.
East, like Jalen was saying, if he goes to the East, he will be an all-star.
You can't add spots to the all-star team.
No, he was
Cater to him.
not.
Oh my
do that.
god, bro. That's crazy.
It's
How?
It's crazy.
How?
Crazy,
No, look,
bro.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Jalen? If you add 2 spots for guards to the West, you add 2 more spots, he still wouldn't make it.
Because of how heavy the guard play is in the
Even in
West,
the
bro.
East, he
Bro,
wouldn't make it if
listen,
you added
You-
2 spots.
Come on,
Listen,
come on.
listen.
The only
Klay
reason
Thompson
why
didn't
Bradley
go
Beal
this
did
year
not
because he
make
hurt.
the All-Star
Klay
game
would've
because his team sucks.
He's
Klay
not better than
Thompson
Jaylen
Exactly.
Brown.
Klay Thompson would have went.
Bradley
He
Beal was
always-
supposed to go this year, but why didn't he go? Because his team sucked.
So Jalen.
Bradley Beal.
Which brings me back to my point.
Guard play in the East was
All-Star-
also good this year,
All-Star-
too.
All-stars aren't selected based on their individual play. How it should be, it's
It
selected
shouldn't.
by the team's success.
I mean, Kyrie
Young
didn't
made
make
it.
the
Team is
All-Star game,
successful,
so
and you're
Trae
playing
Young
well,
made it.
you're
He
gonna be an
started. His
all-star.
team sucked.
I mean, hey,
Trae Young made it
And
inside.
Dame was barely making All-Star games, bro. And we know Dame was
Because
superstar.
Chris
So
Paul was
miss me
in
with
his
that.
prime still.
Bro,
It was more veterans ahead of him.
Y'all can't just not
Be
act
quiet, bro.
like
Because Chris Paul shouldn't even have been in the
y'all
All-Star
can't act
game
like
this year.
winning games don't matter though. That's so crazy to me.
Chris
Like,
Paul bought the team that everybody thought he went to die with to the offs. That is why he was an All-Star. Nobody
Jalen,
thought he
you're
was going to be
hating.
good.
They have Shea. And
Nobody
there's no
thought
way
he
you
was
tell me.
good. He
Okay,
didn't play like that with the Clippers.
let's talk about individual players. Let's focus solely on the game.
but that's not how the All-Star voting gets voted.
It should be okay, bro. When you say All-Star game, I automatically think, oh, these are the best players in the NBA playing.
You can't do
Nigga,
that though.
These seasons,
Okay,
not
bro.
overall.
Okay, bro.
That's not a popularity.
If my team, like, there's no way, bro, you could tell me like when the Hawks were good that year with under Coach Bud that Al Horford should have been in a fucking All-Star game. It's just not. It doesn't make sense.
They had the best record heading into the All-Star break.
Horford is a solid big.
Jeff Teague, come on, bro. They sent 4 just based on the team success. Team success, okay, I get it. That does count for something. But when you talk about All-Star game, it should be solely the best players. In the Pro Bowl, in the NFL, who goes to the Pro Bowl?
The best players.
Season. It's the same thing.
So you're telling me the NFL fans who picked J.J. Watt to go to the Pro Bowl should have that same mentality with the NBA? You telling me that?
J.J. Watt make it every year regardless.
Like J.J. Watt should have a 98 in Madden and all this, so the superstars should keep that just because of their past success? That's what you want to tell me right now, Jalen? Because
J.J. Watt still nice, ain't he?
What?
Ain't he?
No.
Ain't J.J. Watt still nice?
No.
I don't watch tape. I don't watch the Texans.
You know how I get down. I play defensive end. I love it. J.J. Watt is not the force that he used to be. And I hate to say it because he's one of the best players ever to play. His prime is disgusting.
Way past he get more credit than his brother. Way better than him now. His brother better than him now.
It's crazy.
I just want to give my boy C.J. McCollum some respect, right? Can we please give him some respect?
That's crazy.
So when he is the reason that the Lakers are able to probably sweep the Blazers.
Let's talk about it right now. So we have.
That's how they say, Bruce. Yeah, let's switch it up.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we have the Spurs have been officially eliminated, snapping their historic streak. I think it's been 2 decades since 1997. They always made the playoffs. Yeah, and they did not make it. So currently the Blazers are playing. It's a 25-25 game. If the Blazers win, it will be a Grizzlies versus Blazers play-in game where if the Blazers win 1 game, the Grizzlies will have to win 2 games in that play-in game. But if the Blazers lose, the Suns will move up and they will face the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies will have to win 1 game while the Suns will have to win 2 games. So my question is, I
want to hear your question.
Oh, my question is, who's getting there? Who's getting into the play-in game first? And who's going to win the play-in game to see the Los Angeles Lakers? Anybody can take a crack at it first.
I want to go first. No matter that, let me give you stats. I'm gonna put these stats up.
I'll go second.
Okay, stats pulled up. Actually, y'all go ahead. I gotta find them.
Shoot, JB.
All right. For some reason, in my gut, I just feel like the Blazers is gonna drop the ball in this game, just due to the fact, we playing the Nets. You know what I'm saying? We come in there and just do whatever. We pretty much got it wrapped up. But at the same time, you playing in the NBA, bro. You got to kind of play every night. So with that being said, I think that the Suns.
Jalen, I just want, before you continue, I know you're getting deep in there, but who will be the player to fold for Portland? If you're thinking that they're gonna fold, who's gonna?
And Jalen's defense, C.J. McCollum has 12 right now, shooting 75% from the field. Dame has 5. Nurkic has 6, and Carmelo has 4. So he's leading.
So come on, rearrange your question.
Game's not over.
Oh my
God!
But
the game's not over. Dame has a tendency. I think it's nothing with skill. I think Dame has a tendency to overthink in games sometimes, and it affects his play. It has nothing to do with his level of play. He's capable of going out and dropping 50 every night. I think he gets in his own way sometimes, and I think you win and die by Dame.
Almost that. Dame is 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, and C.J. McCollum is 0 for 2. But that's the only 2 shots he missed. He's 6 for 8 from the field.
But I'm gonna finish my whole thought.
Go ahead,
I think that the Suns will get in and they'll play the Grizzlies, then the Suns would win.
Win
Just
two.
because
They have to win twice.
I thought the Suns would automatically get the 8th spot, or is it the Grizzlies get the 8th spot?
The Grizzlies are over them right now, so the Grizzlies will get the 8th spot.
Oh, okay. Yes, they'll beat the Grizzlies twice.
Crazy. Whoever's the 9th seed got to win too. It's crazy. So if Portland win, Portland the 8th seed though.
Yeah, they have to win only
one.
Yep.
I know they can win one. I know they can win one. Out of one, the first one to win, they win two. Yeah.
I just based on the black, because I love Dame, bro. Like, I got to keep it a bean though. He does have games where he be tripping. He just go cold. I think it's just him being in his head too much. But I hope I'm wrong and I see Dame and them play the Lakers like how I wanted it to be. But me being objective, I think the Suns get in the playoff playing game and they beat the Grizzlies twice.
Anybody? You got it, DeMar.
I'll say I don't see the Nets beating Trailblazers tonight. I just think there's too much talent coming out of Portland side. There's 3 different guys. And this is again, CJ McCollum is a bucket. I'm not questioning it. I'm just saying, as far as the upper echelon talent, you don't fit in there. When it comes to the talent that Portland has as a unit, Gary Trent could get you 20 any given night. We've seen that in the bubble. There's 3 guys between Melo, Dame, and CJ that could take the last shot. So that team is very skilled. They're good enough to beat the Nets, I feel like. I think they'll get that 8th spot, and they'll wrap it up, and they will be playing the Lakers. So I just think talent is always the biggest thing for me. They just have the most talent out of all these teams. Do I feel like the biggest thing, though, that I feel like we were robbed of was a Book versus Dame matchup? I would have loved to seen it. But I just feel like that's the biggest crime of this season besides COVID taking away half the season.
Jace?
As a LeBron fan, I would want to go against Memphis because I just don't believe in them right now. But I doubt that will happen because I'm pretty sure Portland's going to pull this out. Dame probably going to go crazy the last 2 quarters. So it'll probably end up being Portland against Memphis, but I doubt Memphis actually wins that little series or whatever playing game they win. So it's probably going to be Portland Lakers.
Johnny Mars, who you got making a playing game than seeing the Lakers as 8th seed?
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more with Jalen. And him saying that the Blazers are trying to downplay the Nets. I don't think that's the case. The Blazers, since they've come into the bubble, have recognized they need to literally win every single game. They're not downplaying anybody. The Nets just are a team that plays hard. They're 5-2 in the bubble. They don't want to lose either. They want to show people that like we're a team that's going to make noise in the first round, which they aren't. But I do think Portland is going to win this game tonight. Like, it's Dame time. I don't know what happened against the Clippers, but that's a really good team. Like, things are going to happen when you play Kawhi Leonard. But they're going to win this game tonight. They're going to get that 8th seed. And they'll only have to play 1 game against the Grizzlies. Like, this is the most experienced team out of all the remaining teams in that 8th to 9th circle. So that experience is going to be evident. And they're going to probably go ahead and take the Lakers. It'd be surprising if they beat the Lakers. I tell you that. It'd be real surprising. It'd be a spectacle.
I think if they beat the Lakers, they're definitely my new favorite.
And I think it's possible. Like, Dame is that good. Like, Lillard is really that good. So I got Portland taking the 8th seed, and I got Portland playing the Lakers.
You talking about Portland beating the Lakers?
Yeah.
I don't have them beating the Lakers.
I'm just saying, if they do, they're my favorites. But like I said, I know how great Kawhi is and everything.
They still want to mess with the Clippers, even if they miraculously beat the Lakers.
I don't know, bro. Skip Bayless said something about Dame. He went off with 61. So if he go against
Kawhi doesn't have to say a word, and he's
okay. But Dame got Patrick Beverly on here. He gonna try to eat him alive the whole game.
Bro.
You talking about playoff P, bro? This is a whole different beast right here.
It's just this Dame thing.
Lakers gonna struggle with the guard play in Portland.
I just hate when players go off for big numbers and we just lose sight of why that player had to do that in the first place. 130 points, 130 points plus. they struggle on defense. They couldn't find no offense anywhere. So when they zero in, like y'all were just discussing, that CJ is a liability. When if they see the Clippers or actually they see the Clippers, you don't think Beverly, George, and Kawhi is not gonna lie? He's gonna go for 60? No,
I can't believe y'all.
20.
Dame is averaging some outrageous numbers right now. In the playoffs, that will not happen. I can guarantee you that.
Playoff.
When has CJ ever been a liability, bro?
No. They're saying I never said that.
He's a liability right now because he's hurt. That's the only reason why.
I didn't say that. I was saying that they were saying that CJ is a liability. Cut who you got in the play
He's a liability.
as the 8th seed.
Portland probably not gonna lose this game, but if they do, I won't. I mean, if they do, it's gonna be crazy. But I hope they win it because I really want to see them get in the offs for Dame's sake. But I like the idea of Devin Booker getting in the offs, and I also like the idea of Ja Morant getting in the offs. So I really honestly don't care. I think the Lakers gonna be whoever they play.
Thanks you.
Whoever they playing for, don't matter.
Okay, let's get into it. Western Conference predictions. Has all the matchups set? Let's see. Yes, the matchups are set. The matchups are definitely set. Only the AFC not set. Lakers versus the Blazers for all of you guys, and Lakers versus Suns for Jalen. Who do you guys have winning that series?
Lakers, no matter what.
Yeah, Lakers.
Lakers, that's a clean sweep. Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Jalen.
If the Lakers play the Blazers, they ain't no clean sweep. They going 7.
Not 7. Maybe 5.
7?
Maybe 5.
Yeah, they going 7. The reason I say that, bro. You gonna let me talk? The reason I say that.
We were talking at the same time. Don't do that.
You gonna let me talk?
Yes, at the same time. I ain't trying to cut you off. We both speak at the same time.
All right, man. Listen. So, reason I say that, bro, it's all about matchups. If you look at the current state of the Lakers, they're gonna struggle with the guard play down in Portland. Just point blank, period. So, with that being said, the Lakers, they're gonna run everything through AD, which I feel like you can throw a lot of different looks at AD with Nurkic, Hassan Whiteside, and also Collins. And maybe even occasionally throw Melo in there just to throw him off a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to stop neither one of those guys, but what I'm saying is you can make it tough on them and then wear them down throughout the series. But as far as guard play, like, I don't know who's going to guard Dame. I don't know who's going to guard CJ. And, I mean, you can't just dismiss that Melo. He's capable of giving you 25 any given night. Not any given night. He's capable to give you 25. And then you have Nurkic, who's a beast down low. And then you got Hassan Whiteside, who's a great rim protector. And then you got Collins, who can stretch the floor. And if Trent Jr. can continue to play how he's playing, I mean, I just don't see, you know what I'm saying, how the Lakers, how this doesn't go 7.
JB, when I look at and I feel like you could back me up on this. I'm not taking no shots at anybody. I just think Jalen understands where I come from a little bit more. But we look at Melo's career. For me, the highlight for me of Melo's career is Western Conference battles with Kobe. So you put Melo back in the playoffs going up against LeBron. I think this is gonna be the best Melo we could see like possible. This is it for Melo. Like, this is what he's playing for. So I that game time Dame, hey man, they going 7. I got that going.
Ron just beat his ass in the East for years.
Let him know.
Okay.
The Knicks.
For years.
Yeah, B.
In Miami, Cleveland, it really don't matter where he was at.
Pick a location. I'm pulling up.
He also had a better team.
Don't matter.
Yeah, way better team. It does matter.
Well,
it's
y'all
a team sport.
He was putting up 30 points on that boy, bro. What are you talking about?
It's a team sport.
Head to head,
The team matters. You can't say teams don't matter.
Head to head, he beat LeBron 2 times.
Two.
Okay. I'm just saying he's going to get his buckets. That's all.
I have the Lakers in 4. I don't trust the Blazers.
And then who's got AD? I want to hear Nurkic or Whiteside could do it.
AD guarding himself. He better get out his damn head.
What we're not going to do.
Is that a trailblazer in the playoffs, or do I got to remind you?
Stop moving your computer like that, making static.
Y'all see, people just assume that when AD was with the Pelicans and we played the Blazers, he was giving them 42, 40. And Dame and Drew was getting clamped up. I mean, Dame and CJ was getting clamped up by Drew Holiday. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Drew's an elite
And Rondo.
I know.
He
I
Rondo
saw
was clamping
AD
him
go
up.
for 7 points in the bubble. That'll be the structure that they play in.
It don't matter. In the playoffs, he dropping 40.
Bro, talking about something that happened 3 years ago.
Because you act like he got better. You act like he got worse. He's gotten better.
I just find it funny that you guys think that.
Y'all gonna talk about 2 of the top 3 people in the NBA.
Y'all the main people that talk about star power.
And then you say stuff like that.
I don't talk about star power.
Eddie LeBron, top 3 or top 4 in the NBA. Then you got Dame rounding out the top 5.
Okay, bro. That's 2 out of what else? Danny Green ain't consistent.
Okay.
Top 5 what?
Danny Green ain't consistent.
2 out of top 5 players in the NBA, and Dame is like the 5th best in the NBA right now. He is.
Dame's not over yet.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but
I said 2 of the top 5, and I said he was 5.
And now?
I didn't say he was over Giannis. I didn't say he was over Harden. If you could count right, that put him at 5.
I don't he better than Russ, but that's me though.
Dame not better than
wait.
Russ? Wait. Who not better than Russ?
No, Dame's not better than Russ. I still think that.
Dame. I
Right
don't think
now,
Dame's
as
better.
we speak right now, he's not better than Russell Westbrook.
I mean, Russ was hurt, so yeah.
Dame is better than Russ.
I mean,
Oh, like I said, right now.
you're gonna say that because Dame's
He's gonna
hot.
break up his scoring. Like that's the only thing you could bring up.
But Dame has still been better
You're
than
gonna-
Russ the last 2 seasons, though, Bruiser.
You're
But Dame
gonna
wins.
say that
Like,
because Dame
is the sole reason why they're winning.
Conference finals last year, Bruiser.
Hold on, wait.
Was it wasn't for the bubble,
was it Russ'
they
fault?
might even have a chance to be in the playoffs. I just want that to be known.
Was it Russ' fault they lost last
They
year?
had a chance to make it.
Or was it PG?
They wasn't gonna make it. If the season continued as on, they would not have made it.
Blazers had just started winning, bro.
They didn't have Zach Collins might have been back or Nurkic. They were still missing
Exactly.
those 2 pivotal pieces.
Okay.
I don't care. He's still the best point guard in the league right now.
He was doing fine, though. I'm saying he was doing
In the bubble.
He's the best in the bubble. I get you that.
Hey, that's right now, right?
Nah.
Okay, it's right now. Like I said, he's top 5.
He's doing great before
What we
the
talking
bubble.
about?
Great
Hold
last
up.
year.
He's a top 5
He
player.
took his team to the conference finals.
Wait, what makes him a top 5 player? I understand what you're saying, Derek. I give you credit for that point. But what makes him a top 5 player other than that? Because he's scoring 60 a night.
The ability to take over a game.
Yeah, like he's the sole reason why they're winning.
Wait, do you want guys put on my Skip Bayless hat real quick? Because
Oh my God.
he wasn't that very
Russ
clutch at the end of that Mavericks game, bucko.
wasn't.
He made a lucky ass shot. Y'all know that shot was lucky.
Oh, it was amazing. It was like
It was almost luckier than that Kawhi shot.
he said his homeboy that
Went in, bro. Hey, bro, went in.
passed away tipped that in for him. I respect that.
Jace, if you saw that shot in the park and you was on
Hey,
a
bro.
opposing team, what would you say?
Hey, bro,
What
did it
would
go
you
in?
say?
You said what?
Sound like hate to me. It
don't
just
matter.
sound like hate.
Number 2 Clippers versus the number 7 Mavericks. Damon, I'm gonna give it to you first because you was saying some real disrespectful stuff under your mouth. So you got.
Galen, who thinks Paul George is better than Giannis?
Oh yeah, y'all both.
He
Y'all
is.
both.
The reason I say the Mavs have a shot is because I like the superstardom that is Luka Doncic, but I also don't believe in playoff P. I just don't. I know I don't. I don't know about y'all. I don't believe in Paul George.
Wait. Hey, bro, I got a question.
Yo,
When I said the Mavericks are a good team,
they're not.
was DeMond the one that said was
Oh.
agreeing with you?
Oh yeah, he was.
I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I just said I don't believe in the Clippers. This is why you can't give Jace anything. You see how he
Come on, you were literally the one that said they're not a good team, but you're going against the second best team in the league.
To our viewers, do you see how he
Okay.
turns from the camera? You
Okay.
see right there, he don't even
Okay.
believe in himself.
Okay.
I just
Ridiculous.
try to give him
Okay.
something to work with, and he got to bring up something. But,
Okay.
Clippers over
I
Mavs.
was over. Hey, remember I was over 10 that day. Remember I was over 10 that day. I guess I was 1 for 10 now, huh?
I have the Clippers in. I'll say. I think Luka gets them 1. Clippers in 5. Clippers in 5.
Nah,
Anybody else? Do anybody else agree? Disagree? What we got?
Clippers in 5, but Luka averages 30, 10, and 8.
It don't matter if you lose.
It'll be Kristaps' fault.
Clippers over Mavs in 5.
John, Jace,
I could go 6.
Johnny.
They're scores. The Mavericks can't score.
They have the best offense in NBA history.
The Mavericks.
Yeah. They just can't close games.
They start Seth Curry, and that boy cannot defend to save his life.
They go pick and roll every time.
It's horrible. Like Devin Booker was giving him that work today. So that's their demise. Like they just had like a little bit of defense. This could be a series, but the Clippers have a defensive player of the year on their team, and Kawhi hasn't won DPOY, but we all know he can. So I got the Clippers in 5.
Gotcha.
Give them as 1.
Number 3 Nuggets versus number 6 Jazz. You guys were just saying Jokic was a superstar, and if Gobert outplays Jokic, is Gobert a superstar now, guys?
No.
I have the Nuggets in 7.
I have the Nuggets in 5.
Nuggets in 6.
I want to hear you why you got them in 5, Jayla.
The Jazz have been playing terrible.
Terrible. They beat the Spurs.
That's going 7. Thanks. Next.
That's not going 7.
Nuggets.
Unless Donovan Mitchell come out there and just dominate.
He did though. Last time Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray went, they was going.
It's going 7.
But that's gonna take a lot on him every night. Because
seven.
Rudy Gobert is pooty. I'm sorry.
I really think that's one of the
trash.
What you say, John?
Yeah, I think that's one of the better even matchups in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
That is going 7.
That's the best matchup.
Yeah, the last time they played, like it went to double overtime.
I feel like we aren't talking about Mike Conley. I feel like we aren't talking about Jay Clay off the bench. I feel like we aren't talking about the coaching.
Which Mike Conley we gonna get?
Because I like Malone, but I like what Quinn Snyder has going on for the Jazz.
Snyder is a nice coach.
Did you just say Mike Conley?
Mr.
Average?
Conley
just turned it on the other day, boy.
Yeah, he didn't
average.
All right, Jace, I see you not really with us in this conversation because you just talking now. But Mike Conley be bald.
Talking about Mr. Average.
Nah, it depends on which Mike Conley we get.
He can clamp up any point guard in front of him.
I don't know, man.
Jamal Murray is gonna have a hard time. He is.
I can see the Jazz winning this series.
I can too.
Jazz have lost the first two last years by the Rockets. This is the first year they haven't played the Rockets in the first round since Donovan been there.
No. They play the Thunder, then the Rockets.
Porter Jr.,
Right.
Murray, Bo.
Michael Porter Jr.
I understand what y'all are doing, but
y'all naming players that got hyped up out of media.
Never played in a playoff game ever. They barely have experience. They got experience last season though, but don't name Bo or Michael Porter Jr. to me because they have never played in a playoff game.
What does Bo exactly do? Because he don't defend down low. He might get a couple block shots, but Nurkic tear him up on the block.
What did JT and JB do against LeBron? Did he take them to game 7? Right?
Can you tell me who was
comparing to LeBron?
LeBron?
Who comparing to LeBron?
No, what I'm saying is anybody can be taken to a game 7.
I said it going 7. You the one that said in 5. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying, you disrespecting the rookies. Porter Jr., bro. Porter Jr. is special.
Mike Porter Jr. different. We knew that.
He's different. That's not no regular rookie.
Okay, I'll wait to see him in a playoff game before I say he's different. He's just like any other player that go off the regular season, like Devin Booker and others. Until he plays the game.
Okay, let's not do that with Devin. Hold on. Let's not do that with Devin. Take TJ Warren.
I'll take him over Zion. He's been looking.
I might have to too.
Off the bubble games? That's what we doing?
Porter Jr. off Zion.
That's what they're doing.
100%.
That's what they're doing.
I averaged 23 for the season. I don't like people trying to make it like Zion had this all around bad season, but he averaged 23 points as a rookie. I don't understand.
He was obese and he got hurt.
At all. He averaged 23 points. Still, people said he was a buzz. He still averaged 23. People say
how many games did he play, Derrick?
Randall. They say Randall. He still averaged 23.
How many games did he play?
Who said he's a bust?
No one's saying he's a bust either.
Zion fought.
But give me Porter Jr. over him.
They just said Michael Porter Jr.
He's more skilled.
Like trying to figure out why.
Because he's more skilled.
They play 2 different type of games.
Play 2 different
positions. That. I ain't gonna lie. Zion's like he's
like a power forward. Body, but he gets it. He's a
power forward.
Zion's horrible on defense.
I don't think Zion will ever play north of 70 games ever.
North of what?
70 games.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad prediction. That's not a bad take. Unless he get his body, maybe talking about his body.
Yeah, man.
But you know what Zion do? Relies on his body and weight and athleticism.
I mean, that's fine, Jalen. I'm not.
That's what Giannis does. That's what Giannis does.
He's an MVP.
2-time MVP on the way.
Okay. Which brings me to my next point is why I say PG is a better basketball player than Giannis, which is a fact.
I guess.
But PG doesn't have the will.
He's not better athletic wise, and sometimes athleticism.
Who's older and who's younger? Tell me
Giannis does
that.
more than PG though.
Giannis what?
He does more than PG.
Oh yeah, he does. He's a better passer than PG.
Okay.
Better defender. Well, no. I'm not gonna say that. He's not better. Better post defender.
Well, you could say that.
No, he's not.
PG.
He's not.
No, you're talking about. You said
He's not a better post defender than PG.
Yeah.
I say he's not a better defender than PG.
I think he is.
No, I said in the post he is. On the perimeter, PG.
All around, I'm taking George.
I'm taking Paul George all around.
All around what though? Facilitator.
Come on, defense. Come on, all around defense.
Oh, all around defense.
All around defense. Offensively, like what? PG has a lie in that briefcase, sir.
Okay, but Giannis has a higher PPG.
Because all he do is drive to the cup.
But it worked, and nobody can stop it.
You run zone. What do you mean nobody can stop it, bro?
You run zone. He just Nurse
literally ran a zone last year. Okay. So let me ask you this: the Milwaukee Bucks were up 2-0 last year, right? And what did Nick Nurse do?
Everybody doesn't have a Kawhi, bro.
Hey, let that be known. That game went to overtime, and if the Bucks would have pulled that game out, they would have definitely won that series.
I'm just saying, everybody don't have a Kawhi, bro. You talking like the Heat just gonna be able to. I get y'all.
What you mean, bro?
But I literally
bring it back to the Heat.
He took 2
What do you
steps
mean?
and went around Bam, went around Iggy. It's effortless to him how he glides to the cup, bro.
Why don't y'all think they're gonna come out? They make the Eastern Conference Finals or make it to the finals?
Who?
The Bucks. It was just so effortless.
Because he can't shoot. Simple as that.
He has to show me. If I was to put money, I would say he would make it out this year. But he has to show me in order for me to feel like they're gonna come out. Because I don't feel that way.
I think they have the best player in the East and they have the best coach in the East, and that is reason alone to think they're going to the finals.
I don't think they're out.
Crazy right
now. West anyway.
Last game, the number 4 Rockets versus the number 5 Thunder. I mean, number 4 Rockets. Well, they can switch. They got one more game left, I think. But it don't matter. These two teams was. Oh wait. Nah. They locked in. I'm sure they locked in. Number 4 Thunder versus the number 5 Rockets. Russell Westbrook has. Russell has a quad injury, and he may be out of the missed the first couple of games of the series. So it's James Harden versus Chris Paul. I think this one's definitely going 7. I see this one going 7.
Yeah, 100% going 7.
I'm gonna give the dang. What if the Thunder win? That is crazy. I'm gonna rock with my boy James.
No Russ, no W.
No, Russ gonna be back like game 3 or 4 though.
It's gonna be redemption season.
I think Rockets winning 7. Rockets winning 7.
I got Rockets in 7.
I got OKC in 7. I think Steven Adams dominates.
You will have to. Yep, I can see that. Steve O.
No.
Jace John, what y'all boys thinking? Rockets or Thunders?
I got the Thunder, man. Like their bigs are gonna outlast. Darius Baisley is coming to his own as a rookie, and Steven Adams. So I like Chris Paul, SGA, Danilo. Like they have a really good starting 5.
Right. Like if you were to ask me, I would feel like no matter what, you don't want Westbrook to get hurt. I'm not saying like if you could pick a team not to go against, but the Thunder have a lot of depth. They got Schroeder off the bench, who's a 6-man candidate. And
they got Andre Robertson, whose 3-pointer is coming together. His offense is coming together.
Right. So you're already low at guard, and they have some really good talent at guard. They're gonna be hurting, and we already know like Steven Adams. I don't know, but they got talent.
The Thunder,
Nerlens Noel.
Right.
The Rockets do have Eric Gordon coming back from injury as well, though. He played their last game. So
without Russ, you got to start now.
Yeah, he
start anyway when I think in the usual rotation.
He's gonna take at least 20 shots. I know that because he be pulling. He don't think twice.
He been a shooter. When people try to make him into like he can shoot.
The Rockets are a fast offense, shoot threes, get a lot of shots up.
Thunder play good defense.
But if you asking me, like, okay, Eric Gordon come back, cool. Who's our next lockdown? Eddie House, Ben McLemore? Come on, man.
Daniel House, yeah.
I'm saying, with
Robert Covington.
Danilo could go for 20 any given night. Chris Paul gonna do Chris Paul. Shea gonna show out, I think. Like I really feel like Shea gonna put on.
This Shea time this was Shea make his candidate to be All-Star next season.
Only way the Rockets will lose a series if they don't make their threes. That's just as simple as that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
the Thunder close out well on them, and I think Steven Adams gonna punish PJ Tucker, whoever down there with him.
I think James Harden, just the attention Harden brings, they out there they could close out. I just don't think it would be like how you're saying.
I think they have the length on the perimeter. If anybody has the length on the perimeter and the coaching with Chris Paul to like mess with Harden,
because you know what I'm saying, like on this, I think they could put Shea on Harden because he's bigger. He's 6'6", bigger frame, making work for it a little bit. And Chris knows how to defend players like that. He's older now, so he kind of be giving them pointers. But Chris did well guarding Harden when he used to have that. It's just like if he get past, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Or like he step back on him, it's over with. But Chris playing off ball D on them steals when Harden try to kick and stuff.
Yeah, the IQ is going to be huge this year.
So go down the list one more time. I have Rockets in 7.
Thunder in 7, put it on wax without Russ. Now Russ
don't come back. They said depending on how he was reacting to the treatment. So like potential game 3 or 4.
Well, if the Thunder up, they could win, but if they down, then so.
Jace, John said Thunder. Jace,
Thunder in 7.
John, Devon, you said who?
For
Rockets and Thunder.
Oh, OKC in 7.
And Jalen.
Rockets in 7.
10 toes.
Thunder at 6.
Gotcha. Last thing before we go to the NFL.
It's a long pod,
Huh?
It's a long one.
I know. Yeah, I was arguing. Draymond Green was fined $5,000 for violating tampering rules, saying Devin Booker.
50,000.
50,000. My bad. 50,000.
Whatever.
Yeah, you watch tears with that.
Are you tampering?
Maybe. The NBA said they're going to do regional bubbles they may potentially do regional bubbles for next season. So I guess like based on division, maybe they have them in the bubble. Then I like the idea, like Derek said, like have it. Let's say they put a division that 1 week, then like alternate them around. So they go to like different bubbles like across the country. But the bubble do cost a lot of money for the NBA, and I don't know if this is going to be feasible, but we will see. And we're going to do some NBA award predictions for the finalists for the regular season. We'll do our bubble awards next week. It's a long pile, so I'm going to cut that out. What is this thing at? Got it. Most valuable player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Harden, or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Giannis.
I have Giannis as well.
I have LeBron. Legal.
Yeah, I really don't care. They all have MVPs already, so.
Back to back.
Jace Derrick.
Get Luka in there.
Yeah, I know Jace gonna say LeBron. Rookie of the year: Ja Morant, Kendrick Nunn, or Zion Williamson.
Ja.
Unanimous. Defense player of the year: Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, or Rudy Gobert.
I hope it ain't Rudy.
I'm gonna go Giannis.
Give the AD.
I'm gonna go AD.
AD, 100%.
Six man of the year: Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder, or Lou Williams.
Gotti.
Co-6 man of the year. Co-6 man of the year.
With Lou and Harrell.
Lou and Harrell. Yeah.
That happened. They was both finalists last year. Jalen, your mic echoing.
Mine. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Dennis has had a fantastic year.
Yeah, I was saying Dennis.
But no, they averaged the most points off the bench ever, like as a duo.
I don't know.
I think was it like 30 something or?
It's a lot combined.
Yeah, it's like 28.
I think it was 37.
37, yeah, it's crazy like that. They put up almost all. They put up more than some people bench.
That's true.
That's wild. I can't lie, that's wild.
Most improved player, Bam Adebayo, Luka Doncic, or Brandon Ingram.
Bam.
Devontae Graham.
Yeah,
I know. Luka said he'd take him off and they didn't do it. But
I thought they was.
4 points, averaging 4 points to like 16. But out of the people on that list, Bam then. Oh, no, B.I. not on there?
I said Brandon Ingram.
Oh, B.I., yeah, B.I.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Coach of the Year, Mike Budenholzer of the Bucks, Billy Donovan from the Thunder, or Nick Nurse from the Toronto Raptors.
Billy Donovan.
Billy.
That's close. That's a really good one.
I say Nick Nurse.
Yeah, I was going to say the way the bubble has closed out, I think it's got to be Nick Nurse.
I say Billy Donovan on the fact that, again, nobody
had him going.
Nobody thought they would be
That's
good.
true, but nobody thought the Raptors would continue.
Nobody thought the Raptors either.
Competitive
See,
championship contender.
and they went from championship team though, from last year. So people was downplaying them and people like Bruiser wasn't. But the Thunder literally, people had them like predicted to be like.
That's true. Dying.
They didn't want to play there.
Right. They were
I
like,
just think based off these awards, you saying Dennis Schroeder and you saying Billy Donovan, that tells me all I need to know. The fact that they already up here tells me all I need to know about how, like, they're here and nobody expected them to be.
Gotcha. Any more NBA news before we shift gears to the NFL?
switch it. No more NBA talk for the day, please.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Talking about they're going to have one person that can come in the bubble.
Oh, family supposed to come, right?
They said they
Family's coming.
family
Family gonna come second round, around the second round of the playoffs. After they trying to get more teams out because when they leave, that opens up rooms for family members.
Yeah,
it has to be family and friends that you know, and you get 4 people each. And if you got kids, a lot of kids, you can have extra spot for a kid if they under a certain height.
And you have to prove that like some of your friends you've been.
You can't just have an IG girl coming. You got to have somebody like you actually been like. Listen.
I wonder how players are gonna try to finesse that.
Just don't do it like the Seahawks did.
Hey, that man was tripping. Y'all not even focused over there in Seattle. Before we get to the NFL, real quick, according to David Aldridge, Lonzo Ball was, quote, checked out of the New Orleans Pelicans. Cut. They said changes are coming before the next season starts.
Bring the change.
Bring the change?
Bring the changes. Please, change it all. Fix it all. Fire the coach. Trade Lonzo if you got to. I don't care. Trade Drew too. Love Drew though. Not disrespectful to Drew. No disrespect, but I don't want us to waste your career no more than we already have, my friend.
Go back to Philly.
Fly like a bird. Let him go.
Yeah.
Lonzo and Drew for Ben Simmons. I'm here for it. Lonzo, Drew, and the Lakers first for Ben Simmons. Send it.
What you got to say, Jay? She had your hand up.
Please send it.
So, like, I don't know. With Zoe, he's just very consistent. But, I mean, before the bubble, he was doing pretty good. Like, the little stretch before the bubble, everything happened with the coronavirus. He was doing pretty good. But the bubble situation, I don't know what happened with him. They said it was like family reasons or something like that. He just wasn't there. So I wouldn't trade him because he's the future.
I don't have a problem with him. I just like
he hold a lot of value though. Like I know a lot of teams.
If you could flip him for somebody like Ben, and you can put, you know what I'm saying, switch it up a little bit, make it more exciting. But
in my opinion, I think when you look at Lonzo, it's just I wouldn't trade him because of the talent that him and Zion can bring together as a pair. I at least you gotta move on from Alvin Gentry. Like you could see it, in my opinion, I could see it in Lonzo's face just on that play along with him calling timeout and Lonzo having a breakaway layup. Lonzo was just like, I don't want to play for this man.
This dude should have been gone. He shouldn't be there at all, to be honest.
Monty
Williams, close to the bubble, 8-0, Phoenix. You're welcome. Like, bro. And I don't know if AD got him fired like they tried to say or what, but that really made me mad when they fired him. You go to the playoffs, you get swept by the Warriors. It's the Warriors, bro. And that's AD's first playoff experience, and you fire him. And that was our old GM at the time was Dale Demps. And you see what he had.
No cap. Any more news before we go to the NFL?
We want what's bro name? Fizdale. Go get him.
I'll go get Tyronn Lue.
I don't care who you go get. Anybody. Get him.
Okay.
So bring him.
We could start with Derrius Guice was cut from the Washington football team after news broke out, according to the Washington Post, that he charged with strangulation and other charges. And as soon like a day after the news broke, Ron Rivera cut Derrius Guice from LSU.
No, that day.
That day the news broke.
They knew the night before, and then
they knew the night before. Then when the story came out, that's when they did it. So, change of culture in NFL. If they're gonna take domestic violence seriously, that's great. If they put their hands on a woman or anybody, I don't say anybody, but on a woman for sure. They this behavior can't be tolerated. And coming into the draft, Guice had questions about his character, and that's why he fell to the second round. And those Warriors were confirmed after this news came out. Guys, it starts, or we can move on.
If it was any other team, he wouldn't be off a team.
I disagree.
Washington, because Washington talking about getting rid of Dan Snyder, so and then plus a little allegations and stuff like that. So they just trying to make their a little case or whatever. I feel like any other team, I don't think he'd have been off. He'd probably been suspended, but I don't think he'd have been off the team. That's just the NFL though. But
Jason on to something.
Nah, I just think he would have been on the commissioner's list.
Strangulation's a felony. So that's what got him.
At the same time, since it's Washington, bro, and like everything that they've been through this off season and stuff like that, they had to get rid of him essentially. But any other team, I just don't see him being. I see him being suspended, of course, but I don't see him off the team.
So, Jace, if you're the GM, you're not cutting him after something like that.
He's saying, but
I'm asking him because
as an NFL GM, they don't do that. They don't. But me,
this is new behavior from the NFL.
He's not trying to say that's what but I get what he's saying. Like they saving face because of the name thing. They got the sexual assault allegations. Now you got this. It's like,
me, of course I'm gonna cut him. Like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. But in the NFL,
I do think like with the how the protests been going on after the death of George Floyd and like Black Lives Matter and also like prominent women voicing their like displeasure about like community as well. I think after like this, I think people going like they won't get suspended like slap on the wrist no more. I think they would get cut, but it also depends on the sheer stature on the league as well.
I think it's like he been hurt a lot. He didn't play a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't get him that much value. You know what I'm saying? In his time there,
he'd be all
great. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And strangulation is a felony, like I said. So I feel like that. Most people don't get felony charges. They just got domestic. They got charges against them, domestic violence charge. A felony is just like 9 times because you get a felony charge, something gonna happen. You gonna if it's proven that you did it and they got proof on a felony, you gonna get something. Not a slap on the wrist, like.
Just keep your hands to yourself, man.
Right.
Simple.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope. I mean, you know what I'm saying. When you hear that, you hope it's not true, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta get all the details and let them do the investigation. So.
Yep. Speaking of investigations, DeAndre Baker faces 4 charges for the incident that happened during coronavirus, I believe. While Dunbar recently traded or signed with the Seattle Seahawks, faces no charges. And I've been seeing what Damon retweeting that the Seattle Seahawks has the best secondary in the NFL. And I just find that when I saw it, I chuckled. I ain't gonna lie. So Damon, talk to me about the addition of Dunbar not facing any charges with the Seattle Seahawks.
I mean, as a Seahawks fan, know a lot about my team. The pass rush has been terrible, just what we brought in. So the Cowboys were able to bring in Everson Griffin. I don't know if you had that on the list, Bruiser, but a lot of teams between us, the Vikings were looking to bring him back. So Dallas got him for $6 million, which is a steal on the market that he was at. But for Dunbar in our secondary, man, he was Pro Football Focus's second highest graded corner last year behind Richard Sherman. In addition to that, you already know what Jamal Adams brings to the table, all-pro safety, being able to rush the quarterback, big hitter, all these things. Quandre Diggs, who we got for, I believe, a 4th-round pick, came in and had 4 interceptions, a couple takeaways, forced fumbles, stuff like that. I'm excited to see what he can do in this new scheme. Just being able to be under for a whole season, being able to roam back deep, brings back the thoughts of Earl Thomas back there. And then you have Shaq Griffin on the other side, who is now putting the request to follow receivers around. I think that'll be good. I think he's due for a breakout season. So I look at the Seahawks. And then we have depth with Trey Flowers, Marquise Blair, and the nickel. I think Dunbar makes us one of the best secondaries in the league.
Gotcha. Shout out, I want to give some congratulations to George Kittle being the highest paid tight end in NFL history, 5 years, $75 million, and he is getting paid as the 12th highest paid receiver. Also want to shout out Travis Kelce getting this extension right after George Kittle. Let me find his numbers.
4 years, $57 million, I believe.
God, thank you.
20, and $29 million guaranteed.
Yep, and one more. It was the offensive tackle from the Buffalo Bills got paid as well. His name is slipping my mind.
Something Dawson.
That Deion Dawkins, yeah. The left tackle got paid as well. So shout out to them.
Deion Dawkins.
Huh?
You said Deion Dawkins?
Yeah, they left tackle or right tackle.
Right, I think.
Yep. So shout out to those guys.
Something interesting that I found out, that same draft, the Bills were able to get Trey White, and they traded down and got Dawkins later. Can you guess what the team that they traded up for used?
Repeat the question. Hold on, I like this. Repeat the question.
They got Trey White in that draft, but they also traded back, and that with that pick that they traded back for, they got Deion Dawkins. Do you know what team traded up and used with their pick?
Was it
the Seahawks?
Guys?
It was the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Whew, it is crazy. Alvin Kamara played with a torn MCL. Seems like his injury history is getting revealed as the season starts to pick up. I guess they're saying, I don't think it's an excuse, but if he wasn't 100% dealing with, I wasn't an ankle, and now they say he tore his MCL against the game we played Jacksonville, and he played through it. So that means fancy owners Kamara may be back in booming.
I'll just say this. For Kamara, playing him week 3, or not week 3, but when we played them and he was healthy, I know he can do. 3 touchdowns. Nobody could tackle him. His balance is just unbelievable. He's the whole package when healthy. So if you can get your hands on Alvin Kamara in fantasy, go ahead and do that.
See what you did there.
Got some big news for college football. So the Big Ten and the Pac-12 are postponing their fall football season and hope to play it in the spring, while the Big 12, SEC, and ACC seems adamant about playing college football this year. Athletes on social media, college athletes on social media that play college football were vocal about hashtag we want to play. They want to play in a safe environment similar to the NFL, similar to the NBA, MLB, or try to make it as safe as possible. So I think they're doing 3 COVID tests a week, they were saying. And the NFL said if college football is indeed canceled, they will move games to Saturday to steal some of that college football fandom. So where do you guys sit? I'm going to start with Cut, because 2 weeks ago, Cut was saying that the SEC players are going to play. They love football that much, but seeing how our other Power 5 conferences are deciding to opt out for this fall, how do you feel about the other conferences not opting out?
How I feel about them not opting out?
Yeah, they're still trying to play college football.
Well, yeah, they kind of made it clear from the jump. They still going to do it. It's just going to have to take something bad happening for them to not do it. Most people are just taking a precaution role because they don't want to be responsible if something does happen, which makes sense. Plus, schools are still opening. People are going back to school as we speak, going back to University of Miami, everything. As people going back to their schools. Personally, I don't think they're going to be there. I don't think they're going to finish the semester at school. Like, especially if you're living in an on-campus living situation, they're going to end up having to shut it down. People still can't be in close quarters like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who got what. People coming from all over. People coming from different countries, different states. It's just you asking for trouble. And then it's college. You know what I'm saying? Like, we about to get to college and stay in our room.
Right. I just want to say 4 months ago, we told y'all wear your mask.
6 months.
4 or 6 months. But we officially knew when to start wearing masks.
Yeah.
But people wear masks and they were like, oh, we don't really feel like wearing masks. But now you tweeting we want to play, and Like no.
Some of the people, I feel bad for him. I do because, like, you know, that's your livelihood on the line. Like, Joe Burrow made a good tweet. Like, if he didn't play this season, he would have been looking for a job right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely want him to have a season. Everybody keeps saying we'll see if we can do it in the spring, and it sounds good. But if your school has a basketball team and they're playing, you got a football team and they're playing,
Well, that's lit.
track team and they're playing, you got all this stuff going on. It is a lot to handle, a lot to manage. It is lit. Don't get me wrong. Nobody gonna be worried about classes. You know what I'm saying? Football and basketball. And if it's a D1 school, you know what I'm saying? A big school is like, some schools have basketball outweigh football, and some schools have football outweigh basketball. But then you have some schools that's like both. They're good at both.
Like Ohio State.
Right. Schools like that is gonna be like, bro, I don't have time. I'm not doing no work. It's a basketball game tonight. It's a football game Saturday. It's this, that day. You know what I'm saying? You busy. But I hope they figure out a way to let the players show their talent, even if it's like SEC do their conference now. If the Big 12 come back in the spring and they do their conference only thing, that's fine. I just want everybody to get an opportunity to show, you know.
How we feel about how you feel about The Rock buying XFL? And I seen reporters tweeting that how The Rock should watch how the college football handle their situation and have like a 6-team bubble team and have the college players do that for the season before they go to the NFL.
Real life ballers.
Smart.
The Rock.
I hope he saw it. It makes sense. If he gets the logistics right, they got the money to do it. They probably could do it in Florida, Miami, you know, where you got a lot of clout, whatever.
You don't have a better person like to buy this. Like you don't have a better person with the connections with WWE, and you know Vince probably like, hey, if you want to go ahead and make an offer for this, like there's no way him and Vince didn't talk about it somewhat.
Oh, for sure.
So, hey, tying in with WrestleMania or something like that, some big post, you know, some WWE sponsorship or something. It'll be dope though. Something gonna happen.
How do we? And last thing before we move on, how do you guys feel about? They were saying that there was a poll somebody made and it was like, should players from the Pac-12 and Big Ten be eligible to transfer to the conferences that are playing just for this semester, just for this season, then transfer back after that season? How do y'all feel about that?
That's a lot going on. You can't leave and come back.
Will they be eligible?
Yeah, they were saying that you would still be eligible. If you're a senior, you play, then you go like to the draft and whatnot. If you're like a freshman and sophomore, you go play for one season, then you go back to play for your original team.
Nah, player, you wanted to go to the Pac-12.
I feel like, but still though, like, think about this: the conferences that are not postponing or like ending their season, they're gonna be ended some way because somebody's gonna catch corona. Like it's gonna happen. Like I don't understand why they don't think that, but somebody. How many people on the team in college? Like
it's like over 90.
Yeah, it's like
over 80,
you can't manage 90 players without like you can't do none of that. There's no bubble that's big enough to do that. So somebody's gonna catch corona whether it's an SEC or ACC, whatever. Somebody's gonna catch it. Then that's the end of the season there. So I don't understand why we have the season regardless, because it's gonna end up happening.
Just provide
hope into existence, Chase.
He said, "Don't speak it into existence."
Bro, it's gonna happen, bro. Like that's like telling a little kid to not eat candy or something, bro. Like they in college, like they in college, bro. Like it's not
Last couple of football news I got. NFL Hard Knocks Episode 1 debut featuring the Los Angeles Chargers and Los Angeles Rams. I enjoyed it. You watched it too, JB?
Of course.
I enjoyed it. Was amazing. They keen on making sure that the cleanliness and the testing of the players was the main focus of the show. Got some AD highlights. They announced that Anthony Lynn at the beginning of the show, he had COVID, and that wasn't reported. And that like shocked the players on Zoom. Showing them walking in the training camp, just breaking it down. Damon, what are your takeaways? And I give it to you, JB.
I like what we saw to Justin Herbert. The fact that they like put it out there that he might not start, but this might not be a thing where he's riding the bench the whole year. They showed some of Joey Bosa contract extension. I thought that was pretty cool to see. Melvin Ingram is hilarious. One of the funniest people on there. Well, my boy Jalen Ramsey, man. Hey, Let me see them uncensored highlights. Ain't nobody better than me in this league. So I love to see it.
On me. Nah, Herbert looked good though, bro. Like seriously.
He did.
Like, I mean, I know it's just they're gonna highlight the good, you know what I'm saying? But like his good looked good. Like the balls he was throwing looked great.
When me and Damon was watching it, we was like, the accuracy was never a question for Herbert.
The accuracy it's just like Bruce asked me what was your biggest thing, and I said day one starter. But I think he went to a great situation. If he traded situation, I said this with Brew when we were watching it. I said, Tua and him got the best situations for themselves. Tua can go to Miami and make something happen immediately. I think day one starter between him and Joe, if Tua's healthy, I think it's Joe 1, Tua 2. But you asked me, Justin Herbert, I never thought he was like, oh, he's going to come in and transform a franchise immediately. Never thought that.
I feel that. We also didn't see Daniel Jones even starting last year.
Right.
So you just never know how it's gonna pan out.
I mean, that's what they try to do though. They always milk one guy at the draft. They did it with Trubisky. They tried to do it with Daniel Jones.
You don't think Jordan Love was the quarterback they milked in the draft?
I definitely think they milked him too. They did. And I think the Packers kind of fell for it, but to each his own.
Man, AD looks great. I think him and Jalen, man. It's gonna be some issues with that, bro. Because you got one guy that can lock down one side of the field with Jalen Ramsey, and then you got arguably one of the best, if not the best, defensive players ever. Coming at you from the middle. So it's just like how do you even combat that? And then they got young guys around them that can potentially step up. And then offensively, man, McVay gonna have them boys right. Even though I think Jared Goff is hot garbage, you know what I'm saying?
Well, while we here, bro, I do want to ask you about that. Did you see? They offered Sean McVay, ESPN offered him
I did see that. They must offer him the bag because
they had to.
Because I wouldn't have taken that deal either. I was just my third going on my fourth year or third year of coaching. I think it's fourth.
And fourth year coaching. Last year was my first time not winning 10 games. Nah.
Yeah, and missing the playoffs. I'm like, bro. I don't know the numbers, but they were offering him the job to be like the main, I think, the color reporter and commentator for ESPN.
Yeah, and they offered Peyton 140. So I'm guessing it was somewhere, if not like 10 million less, but somewhere in that range probably.
ESPN still trying to, cause they best booth they had was Mike Tirico and John Gruden. They trying to get that magic back.
They did have it was the 49ers. They always play the Rams week 1, but they had your boy on the call, Kevin Harlan. I remember he did a game, but they are having Herb Street and them boys from college football. That's gonna be good. They're gonna have them on there for Monday Night Football.
They are good, but I just don't. They just so good at college football. I just hope it translates to the NFL. What you say, Jared?
ESPN been losing the last couple of years.
Oh, fact, for sure.
They've been not losing, they still a conglomerate, but it's every year they go down in value because FS1 has got a lot of the people that everybody want to hear from. And
they should have signed Deion.
Oh, that's on my thing. Deion Sanders leaves NFL Network. You say what?
I'm about to say he went to
Barstool.
Yeah, so Deion Sanders left NFL Network after they had agreed on a contract, but then disputes happened. Then he left. And when I saw the news, I was like, dang, Deion is one of the reasons why I love the NFL Network. And I think wherever Deion goes, people will follow because people like to hear what Deion has to say. Right, so I think whatever Deion was asking for, the NFL Network should have gave it to him, in my opinion, because it's the value he brings to the NFL Network. Right. But they say you're gonna do a podcast on Barstool.
Watch that. You get the call. Without him,
yeah, I don't know who's gonna do it. The late night. So,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. He's just a figure that everybody kind of knows and respects. So it's him. It felt surreal and you know what I'm saying. You meeting an NFL great, all-time great college player. You know what I'm saying. Somebody you've heard of Deion 21.
Yeah.
You see him prime. You know what I'm saying. It's it means something. I don't know who you're gonna get to do that. And I know I like Nate.
They can throw my boy Nate the bag.
I think
I like Nate's role with NFL Network. I just know it don't hit the same as a all-time great player like Deion.
Yeah. I mean, but you've seen that ESPN is.
Nate do good on the morning show too, and Nate could probably get pull it off. It just won't be the same, you know what I'm saying?
It won't, but I think NFL Network. The more I think about it, I think they've been trying to edge away from that. We know the situation with Warren Sapp happened. Well, like you don't see Kurt Warner on there as much. You don't see Michael Irvin on there anymore.
What do you mean edging away from what though?
I'm saying like Hall of Famers being on there talking.
No, they are on just for the season because it's the off season right now. So they don't really be on there for real.
During the season, like they took
Warren Sapp got into some trouble.
I think they did was bring Shannon Sharp over there, and they was doing that. And then Chris Rose was on there for a long time, and I just thought it was very entertaining. But then they moved him off. But if you have Rich Eisen, I'm gonna watch. But Rich Eisen is money.
I think they get away with a lot of stuff they do because the fact that it's NFL Network and it's former NFL players, so they probably don't be signing them to real contracts. They probably just have them for like small stuff, like under the, lower tier, lower level stuff. And then on top of that, what am I about to say? Warren Sapp got into some off the field issues, like off the court, off the screen, whatever. He did something he got in trouble for. That's why they kind of cut him off. But with Deion, it's like you should have gave him what he wanted because a lot of people came there for him.
Yeah.
That show was at its best when it was him, LT, and Shannon Sharp.
Facts. Or just him and LT, period.
Right, but I liked it with that first season when Shannon Sharp used to be on there with him. It was funnier when he was on there.
To me, it was at its peak when it was Chris Rose, LT, and Deion Sanders.
Chris Rose is good too. It's like I think everybody just starting to outdo them in broadcasting. Like even bro that be on there with on TNT with Shaq and them, the white dude.
Barry Johnson.
Bleach Report.
Adam Lefko. He's funny. Like everything is like other stations are starting to be progressive. ESPN tried to be so stuck in their ways and it's hurting them like now. I think and NFL Network is kind of like that too. I don't know who's gonna replace him. Like the charisma he brought to like the show night in, night out. It just I think Nate could be a good option. LT possibly, but it's I don't know like
not like prime.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like there's only one Deion. Like so it's just
Vic still FS1.
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. He said it was Michael Vick. It's still Fox Sports 1.
Oh, you on FS1? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he don't got a show, but he going on come on talk about stuff on different shows.
My FS1 be throwing that bag.
I have no more sports news. Is there any other news before I give the cut to the music?
No, let's end it. Let's get it over with.
Honorable mention, man. The Cubs are 13-3 and hold the best record in the MLB, and they're under the leadership of first-year manager David Ross, who also won a ring with the Cubs in 2014 or 2015 rather. And he's his first year managing the Cubs, and he's 13-3. So honorable mention, shout out to the Chicago Cubs.
Was he a pitcher?
He was a catcher.
I remember him when y'all won.
Right. Yeah. Super old. But
Davies, Karma 3 album. Drake, surprise. It's a surprise. It's not gonna be an album, I don't think. It's gonna be a single, but I hope it's fine. Probably will be. Coi Leray.
Well, don't sleep.
Coi Leray, Now or Never EP. Cash Page, Teenage Fever album. Internet Money makes the beast. They be like, Internet Money with Trippie Redd singing it. They got a song dropping with Don Toliver, Gunner and Nav called Lemonade. It probably be fine. NBA Youngboy, Casey Talk. Young Dolph, Rich Slave album. Trav, Nothing Happens Overnight. Black Bear, Everything Means Nothing Part 2 album. 03 Greedo, he's in jail, free him. And Ron the producer, Loaded Up Volume 1. Burna Boy, Twice as Tall. ATL Jacob, Tuck Your Heart. Tanner Malik Flores, Smoke Perp, said a lot of things out now. Big Yavo, Brody James, and Jay Versace. The Versace Tape album. Mir Fontaine, Georgia Peaches, Lil Benny, Lost Soul. Rico Nasty, iPhone out now. Banger. And Buddy featuring Maddox, Ain't Sweet. I'm excited for the new Drake. I already downloaded the Rico Nasty.
Hey, bro, stop dancing. You WAP? How you like WAP?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it grew on me. The beat is
Jace, John, y'all like WAP?
Who?
It's WAP.
Same thing.
my God. Man.
Wow.
Why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me that?
I haven't listened to it, bro.
Wet and gushy.
You
Hey,
ain't seen the
man.
video either? You ain't been on Twitter?
I mean, I've seen the parts of it, but I haven't clicked on YouTube and gone.
You just like
Jay
me.
sound like a hater.
The girls love it, so guess who loves it?
saying,
They like it, I love it. If the girls like it,
I would not watch that. Shut up, Jace.
they like it, I love it. You had a top 5, bro?
No. Did you see
I
the
do. I'll take them on.
freshman list?
Top
You
5
see the
plus.
freshman
Oh
list?
yeah, we could do the freshman list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
XXL freshman list.
Boy, Derrick just want to skip over news. What's going on?
You supposed to say that?
You bring in the entertainment news.
Trying to find the list. Hold up.
I got it.
Wait. So future album not top 5 this year?
Jace, no! Shut up! No! Like, you made me so mad. No!
Wait, you like Future's album? It was great.
He said Gunna album was a no. He
Not
said,
ready. Future.
Find the tweet.
He said-
The tweet.
He said
The
Futures
tweet.
might be better than Dirk's too. I said.
Oh, no, that Dirt John, right?
Yeah.
Dirk missed on some
You
here,
were-
though.
I just want y'all to hear
What?
this.
Dirk missed on some.
Jay said, he said Lil Baby's album was okay. Dirk's album, debatable. Uzi, nope. Drake. He said Mac, hell no. Jace, get off the podcast. That's your podcast. Like Bruiser said, that's a podcast. That's your podcast, sir. No, it's time for you to get
Oh,
off.
Future didn't go crazy.
No, he did
Not slapping the song on there, but he had some bangers on there though.
Oh man.
James, are you from Atlanta?
Huh?
Are you from Atlanta?
No.
And you see, Jace, you just said, does Future have a top 5 album? You did not say rap album. So when I say The Weeknd, don't be like, The
God.
Weeknd's not a rapper.
You're a rapper, all right? I'm talking about rappers.
Nah, I'll take Dirk.
Still not
over-
even top 10, son.
I got Dirk. I ain't gonna lie, Dirk album in my top 2 right now for rappers.
Yeah, Dirk
I'll
album.
take.
And
Right.
Dirk on that song with Drake tonight. It's a Dirk feature.
I'll take
Dirk,
Dirk.
bruh, Dirk is in my top 5. I promise you, he's in my top 5.
I'll take Heaven or Hell, Don Toliver,
song is
Circles, Mac
called,
Miller. I'll take.
I got Dirk tape. I got
I'll
Uzi.
take Pierre over Dirk, and I'll
Yeah.
take.
Drake, the song Drake dropping tonight is called Laugh Now, Cry Later.
I waited. Hello.
That joint might be a banger. Dirk going global. Ooh, I'm so proud, boy. I was listening to this boy when he dropped Molly World.
He's a demon.
Molly World. I need a Molly World.
Okay.
He's a demon.
Dirk hot.
Double XL freshman list.
All right, freshman list. Rod Wave, my boy. Mulatto, fine as a mo. Video.
No. Just talk about the music. I'm tripping. My bad. My
Nope, he gets the cosign on the mulatto thing. Trust me.
bad.
Hey, no.
Go. Polo G, Cowboy, NLE Chopper, Lil Key, Chica, Lil TJ, Baby Keem, Jack Harlow. You want us to dive in?
That Don Toliver.
You don't have to dive into. I just want y'all to
The
talk
dive
about
thing
that.
on there.
I've heard of everybody on here except Chica and I've heard of 24 Karat Gold. I never listened to him, and I never heard of Chica.
He said Pop Smoke would have been the first person on the list if he was alive.
I would have put him on there regardless.
Yeah, I mean, he could have still been on there. I feel like they could have put like his head above their.
Y'all think he would have made? Do y'all think he would have made it if he was alive?
They could have had like a tombstone in a
Yeah, he would
funeral.
have made it if he was alive. Fivio made it. Him and Fivio came up together.
Right, they could have had Fivio and Lil TJ as the front people at a funeral.
Yeah, did it make it?
This list wasn't that bad. It's one of the better XSL lists in
agree.
recent years.
And it's like the difference is on this one is most of these people are already known.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like those songs, they actually have good songs. Like I know a song from like all of those people on the list.
But I think that's a better job as to us as like fans of music. Just not listen to as much mainstream.
Yeah, we told him.
Oh, Baby Keem, bro, that hey girl, shut the up. Tell your best friend. That was a hit. You know what I'm saying? Well, not a hit. You know what I'm saying? It went viral. Jack Harlow just went viral.
They put Bobby
songs. He been out. You know, we live in Atlanta. NLE Chopper went viral with his Shadow Flow. He been around.
His album wasn't that bad. That was hard.
I didn't listen to it yet.
Cowboy been around. You know, he from I think he from Chicago. Polo G been around. He from Chicago and had a big hit last song. He had arguably one of the best songs of the summer last year.
We pop out to the party.
Album top 5.
No, Jace, I said Polo ain't missed on his album yet. Derek gave me a look.
I listened to it once, but I'll go back. But I didn't download the whole thing.
He didn't miss.
Didn't miss.
I know he can rap, but I just
Y'all funny.
Livio was around. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't believe they let Fabio in there. I ain't think they gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, for $24K, if you haven't heard the song to make you think like, why is he on here? Listen to this song called "Games on Your Phone." That song.
And why you guys disrespect Fabio? Hey, lip.
No, I listen to Fabio, but
Hey.
I listen to Fabio, but like Polo's just now started getting on Fabio. Like
He got the Drake cosign.
this year.
That's what happens.
This year.
You get that Drake cosign.
Yeah, he did get that Drake cosign.
Kyrie, Fabi, Sosa, looking like KD, Kyrie. That's a vibe. Plus, I think Pop Smoke was supposed to be on that song, if you ask me.
He was. That's
Pop
what
Smoke, instead of the other dude, yeah. But, I mean, the other dude slid on there, too. And, I mean, it's a good look for their whole little music scene because they got the New York.
The body. Aye. That song is hard.
And then Rod Wave just been singing his heart out for a year, 2 years now. I mean, he deserved it, obviously. And he can rap, but it's more them vocals be getting you, boy. Except the mind, apparently. And then Mulatto, I'm gonna go check out her music, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I done seen her so many times. I live in Atlanta. I didn't see her on so many things. I just never knew who she was.
In the Cardi B video, she was in what?
There, you do not want to hear music, bro.
Jace toxic.
I heard.
They say her music is very explicit.
Very.
Like
Megan Thee Stallion explicit.
More than
you
more than Megan.
Even hit from the back because I'm thick.
She talk about the whole 9 yards. I swear to God.
Bro, Jace, these references you be saying.
Hey.
A lot of she's a beautiful woman, though.
Right. And she's my age.
So what? She grown.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5.
Top 5 deluxes. We already did it, but we can run it back.
Top 5 deluxes?
No, that's a terrible top 5.
How's that terrible top 5?
So they added, bro. You know what?
There's a lot of deluxes out right now.
Give me your top 5 on XXL freshman list. Thank you.
I mean, everybody gonna have the same top 5.
You opted out.
You opted out.
I ain't get my
Listen to enough people on this list to know. All right, my top 5 on this XXL list in order.
I'll go. All I need to say is Lil Keed and Polo G, and I can give you. I can't make no other top 5. Nope. Nobody on that list probably has like 5 songs in my music library. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
So you couldn't do the list either.
I go. I got this is in my order. I got Polo G number 1, Rod number 2, Key number 3, Cowboy number 4, and TJ number 5.
I got a better top 5.
Very similar list. 5 I got Cowboy. 4 I got Jack Harlow. 3 I got Key. 2 I got Rod Wave, and 1 I got Polo G. Yeah.
Derek, I got a better top 5 if you're interested.
No.
Oh, okay.
John.
Number 1 is probably Lil Key, just because I'm from Atlanta and I like Lil Key. Number 2 is Polo G, because second home in Chicago, and Polo G is actually fine. Number 3 is Rod Wave, but I might move him to number 2 because he just dropped his deluxe, and that deluxe is really crazy. It really is fun. So I'm gonna move him to 2, Polo at 3. And I like NLE Chopper. Y'all haven't heard his album, but NLE.
Last thing, I ain't listened to this one yet, but NLE cool. I mean, I like
the music.
I like Cowboy EP last time. Cowboy signed with Meek, I think. So I was listening to him a little bit more.
And I'm putting Jack Harlow probably at 5 because I feel like I actually don't like him as. I mean, I'm gonna say I don't like. How am I trying to say this? He's not that bad of a rapper to me. Like for his face and for me to think like how he is an artist, I wouldn't think I like him. But when he raps, I'm like, not that bad. So I'll probably put him at 5. And I just got to hear what his project. Like I'm waiting on the album whenever that drops. So.
Who else was to drop?
Fabio's in my honorable mention, and he's hard too. I just didn't have enough.
Fabio's honorable mention. Is Jack Harlow Interscope?
Nah, he might be. He under the same label as Uzi.
Atlantic, huh?
No, it's under DJ Drama and it's like Generation Now, I think.
I don't know what that is.
Generation 9 is just DJ Drama and them label. That's the same label Uzi was under. It was
Yeah, he's Atlantic Records.
DJ Drama got a subsidiary or whatever under them.
Of Subsidy.
Yeah. Generation 9 / Atlantic. Yeah, it's under there. Because DJ Drama done put them on.
You know what's crazy though?
What was your other list of mine? We'll probably do it next week. I just want to hear it.
I was gonna do top 5 Drake singles since he's dropping one tonight.
Terrible.
That's too tough, bro.
I like the deluxes that we can do. I like that.
I'm Jace. I want to do Alexis. No, I'm playing.
Is that a plot?
Why you gotta make me edit that out, Jace?
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Is there any news breaking? For the gaming community, Madden really announced they're doing a 6v6 game mode.
I can't wait, bro.
They feel that 2K pressure. If it's cheesy, I won't be playing it, but I will try it out. Also, the game Fall Guys, it's sweeping the nation. It's a battle royale type joint. The game fun.
Hey, John, go download that junk right now, bro.
It's free till August 31st on PlayStation.
Hey,
ain't that a little cartoon game?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap, bro.
It's junk fun, bro.
We in this.
You know the thing Mason was playing?
Bro,
Yeah.
Bro. Yes, that junk funny, bro.
Junk fun,
I'm telling you,
bro.
bro. Like, no, you talking about the one with the little blobs, or you talking about the other thing?
The one he sitting in the 2K chair.
Yeah, they
Oh
run
yeah,
like this.
no, bro.
They run
That
like
junk fire, bro. Yes, that junk fire,
I
bro.
heard I was in the background.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I just gotta wait till we off the air to tell you why.
College football, nope. Kamala Harris was elected to be Joe Biden's VP.
All right, let me tell y'all this. Let me do my little rant.
Oh.
If you vote for Trump,
And this is not a political podcast.
it's not political. I don't really. You come see me. At me on Twitter, Instagram, Carter. You come talk to me. If you vote for Trump, you're probably racist. Or you're 100% racist. Or you support a racist. Cool. And a pedophile. 2. I'm not fond of Kamala and them like that either, but it's the best option. And if you vote for Kanye, you're a dumbass. Point blank, period. At least if you're gonna make your vote, if you're gonna vote, make your vote count. That's all I gotta say.
Facts.
Yeah,
is there any news breaking, or is that we're done?
But I do agree with Derek. I would say with Kamala Harris being the vice president nominee, there are a lot of black people who feel as though her work doesn't represent African Americans in general. And so they're using that as an excuse not to vote for her or support the Democratic Party, which is only putting the country of America in further jeopardy, because now you got all these votes that if they're not going to Biden and they're not going anywhere, then that's Trump still going to get that popular vote. And I'm not going to lie, that man has a really strong chance of getting reelected. Like, for real.
Racists that support him and the cheating and everything else we're probably about to deal with.
Right. With the USPS already being corrupted and him trying to like stop the mail-in voting, it's definitely possible he can get reelected. So yeah, like voting is very important. I agree with that. Like, I gotta go out there. And we gotta change the states from red to blue. The president isn't really the most.
Get rid of the electoral college.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
I agree. And this will conclude episode 71 of the PAC Life Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available to you on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. Follow us at PAC Life Pod or PAC Life Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Beside me, we got late arrival, as always, getting back to his trend, Mr. Johnny Mars.
You know what to do. Earlier in the podcast, we said we have Portland being the AC right now. The Nets are up 87-85 with 5 of the third. So we gonna see.
We gonna see. Diagonal me to the right, we got my cousin, Mr. Deion Guice.
Chase, for having me. Felt better as the podcast went along.
I know that. See, I told you that's what the one you need. You need the podcast. Beside me to my right, we have Mr. Slim Reaper himself, late arrival, Mr. Jace. What? And last but not least, we got my brother sporting the PAC brand hat. Shop at pacbrand.net, Mr. Cut Carter. And thank you, Trey and JB, for getting on. JB always does this, but getting on.
Every time.
Spewing some nonsense here and there, talking about joking. And Joke is talking about Joke is a superstar. Oh God. And of course, I'm your host, Bruiser Carter. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with us. Episode 71. We're out of here.